Hey, Monroe County. This is May 19th. 19th.
That's right. All day.
2026.
Something like that.
It might be 1995.
Monroe County Interscope. This is
How much have you had in there already?
This is our third video podcast. So if you like us, subscribe, share. All Spotify, Facebook. Don't even know wherever else. Gavin does.
Spotify, Facebook, YouTube, and I'm working on TikTok.
Booyah.
Hey,
It's
look at
free.
that.
Might as well.
Yeah.
I'm Tom Clements.
Gavin Clements.
Willie Wessel, and our guest today is one of my customers, Keith Crabtree from Columbia. I don't know what else. I don't really know a lot about you, but I know that you're interesting.
Why did I
so.
get asked to come here then?
Well, I knew that you would.
I asked him. I'm
My
like,
thing
who's
was
this
that,
guy?
like,
He's like,
I mean, I have notes for shit, but...
Well, like,
To
so
remind me what I said.
yeah. So Keith called me. Well, I don't even know. No, you filled out one of my first online forms. You were the first person to fill out one of my online forms for starting a business to get me rolling.
man.
And so I kind of was inclined to be more polite than I was to everybody else. So I worked with you. And then we kind of made it work. Well, I wanted it to work.
How are you successful? I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. But so we made it work, and turned out it was the third story dryer vent on the side of a hill next to a retaining wall-ish next to the house. And there was just no way to safely get to it with an extension ladder. And
So basically, he denied my service.
Oh.
First customer comes to my house, denies my service.
Used his booking link.
Exactly. I did everything right. And he's like, dude, I can't help you.
Wow.
And I'm like, all right, no problem. But him and I really hit
started
it up.
talking,
We started
yeah.
talking and just hit it up. And I was like, he's a nice guy. I like to invest locally as much as I can, right? And so anytime I can pass the business on to a local Monroe County resident, I will. And so we talked again further. And then he's
Yeah.
like, hey, I do a dryer venting.
what?
I do dryer as well.
Yeah.
Where I clean out dryer vents. I go, hey, that's cool. I got a dryer vent. Yeah, we all have dryer vents. I go,
What did you need the first time though? I don't remember.
that fix, I need you to replace those vents because they were all the way up and the birds were coming
Oh
inside.
yeah. But I did that.
You did that afterwards, and then you were supposed to come back and do the vents, and then he shows up, and you know what happens?
He's like,
Hey, I forgot the dryer vent stuff. I was like, dude, that was your only job at my house.
damn it, Willie.
You don't remember that?
No.
So we just started talking again, and then I think from there, you just started talking to me about this stuff, and we just kind of
Well, I
talked.
fixed the dryer.
Talk to me about your lingerie modeling job.
Yeah.
He still brags about it to this
Yeah,
day.
yeah. I haven't seen those pictures yet, but I'm sure they're out there.
I think it's
Internet.
thespot.com.
No, it's Club Country.
Club Country.
Country.
That's-
Country.
Oh, you got the
Yeah.
hat. That's right.
Yeah, so that's
That was
how
my
Willie and I
payment.
met.
Yeah.
Wait, on the lingerie model?
well-
way?
That was after.
Yeah. The dryer vent. Because I ended
Thank
up
you for
renting
those
a
private
lift.
pics, by the way.
Yeah, I ended up renting a lift to fix it. So we split the
Yeah, you
bill
did.
on the lift. It was like $800 for a day, but I split it, and then I took down a Widowmaker above my house and joined to make the bill fair. Because I was there for, 30, 45 minutes
Yeah.
or something. But the whole time we were bullshitting more than, but it took care of the problem. And then I was like, well, it took me longer to unload it and get it ready than it did to fix the problem. And so we got all that figured out and then kind of went from there. And I don't know.
We were discussing your business model, and I was trying to encourage you about which direction to go and how to find your niche, and any way.
Which good news, I did finally figure it out, as of yesterday, basically. It's only been a year, so.
Oh, it's changed since
Wait,
you...
No.
yesterday?
You
Yeah.
want to enlighten us, or
It changes.
Right.
Yeah.
You want to share with the group?
I'll
Perfect
get
segue.
it over with eventually. I'm not ready to.
What's your
I'm not
niche?
ready to go public yet.
all right?
You'll get over it eventually.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
it'll involve
it
hair
is
products.
one of your attributes and one of your detriments is attribute is you're a guy that you're like, okay, I got in over my head. We can figure this out. I just can't take on the financial ability. Like you went and figured out, hey, I'll rent this thing. We can do this still, but you got to split the cost with me. And your nice guyedness is great for the random stuff when you're niching down. Your ability to say, dude, I just don't do that. Like, I don't have a 60-foot extension ladder. I can't do that. That it's okay for a homeowner to hear that. I don't want to speak for you, but you're like, yeah, no, most people don't. I don't. That's why I called you. But you didn't stop there. You're like, but I want to help you. I can help you. I'm looking for ways to
The
help
other
you.
thing was I need the lift, so like I didn't want to pay for the whole lift either. So like
I mean,
Oh, you
yeah.
had your own shit to do?
yeah, like I was trying to work it.
You were
with
going to
a
use the
couple
lift for
other
something,
jobs.
yeah. And so you're like, I could use those lift somewhere else. And then I said, well, let's just split the cost. And it's a win-win.
Because I just split
So
it.
I just
in
needed
barrels.
it done. And
Yeah.
I didn't really care, right? And so it's like, I'm willing to help him. So it all worked out.
And you didn't want
Yeah.
to take the time, rent the lift, get it to your house.
Yeah.
I mean, you would wasted half a day just doing that shit.
100%.
And he was just
100%.
getting, taking care of that.
Yeah.
And he got the benefit of using it for another job.
Yep.
Okay, I'm down with that.
And I met a friend. So it all worked out.
Yeah, and fun fact: Keith has my work boots.
Oh my God, I forgot them. They're sitting there. They're done.
Yes, I'm glad they're done. I don't care.
They're
about the
done.
rest of
I
it.
will. All right, I will text you later and we'll get them done. So yes.
Wait. Elaborate on this story, guys. I'm sorry. What?
I don't even know how we started talking about boots, but I was working on the dryer vent, and then we started talking about my Thorogoods because I bought a good pair of Thorogoods. I loved them, and then I switched up a couple boots, and then he was telling me that he had a hobby working on boots and like kind of leather work, but cobblery, right? Or
Cobbling. Yeah.
cobbling. And so I was like, well, what do you think about XYZ and kind of different things? And then you offered to resole them, and I was like, oh yeah, like I'm down. Like I love these boots. I'm down for it. And so I just was like, yeah, sure, sounds good. You know, fuck them up. I don't care.
So
I
at
just-
the end of
I'm
the season,
interested. Yeah.
he's like, hey, I'm done for the season. You can have my boots. And so I fixed them up for him. And I actually did a lot to them, actually. They were in pretty rough shape.
oh
so,
yeah.
I fixed the backstay. I installed new toe puffs. So
Oh, man.
now you have one. It should be nice and smooth when you put your toes in there. I got you all new sole, and then just cleaned them up. And I got you new inserts, and I got you new laces.
Yeah. Dang, I'm
You're
so
in
excited.
Columbia, but you're a boot cobbler, I guess. More
So-
not the fancy shoes. but you're more
We
the
need to
work
back
boot
up.
guy.
We need to hear about
Alright.
who
What-
Keith
what-
is.
All right,
You
yeah.
just-
So how about we start over?
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
Keith.
"What's this guy's freaking number?"
Yeah,
I want
sorry,
to know
yeah,
this
yeah.
right now.
Hi guys, I'm Keith. I'm from Columbia, Illinois. Been here for 28 years, I guess, something like that in the Monroe County, which means for a lot of some of your customers, I'm kind of a youngie, right? I don't have that German last name or that typical German or that typical Columbia, Monroe County type of lifelong,
good
like
sometimes.
Bob Lunker, whose parents was born here and stuff like that. So. IT professional for the last 30 years and started to think about something to retire to.
Okay.
And I was in my closet and I saw my father's pair of old Red Wing boots. And he passed on for close to 20 years now. And I was like, you know what? It's time to dust these off and see if they fit. And they did. And then I was like, you know what? I think I want to make these my own now. And so I just started doing some internet research, found all these people that were sending in their boots to these cobblers all across the country, mail order cobbling.
Yes.
And I was like, I know what I want. And so I designed what I wanted. I reached out to a couple local cobblers because, again, I like to stay local. And none of them really wanted to do the work that I wanted. And they were just like, and all of them were saying, I'm too busy. I can't do that special work. I'm like, what? That's crazy to me. What?
When did the light bulb go?
So it really quick. And so I sent it off and it came back and it's exactly what I wanted. And then I said to myself, one of the beauties about my father, again, is he got me into computers. And my father had been gone for 20 years and he got me into cobbling and this other hobby and didn't even realize it. But being a father of boys, he instilled confidence in me on how to do some basic construction work and all that stuff, right? So because of that, I don't have fear when it comes to learning new things, kind of like you, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, I can do this just as good as these guys did. And so I just started buying on eBay and going to local Goodwills, and start picking up shoes from there and just tearing them apart and resoling them, redoing them, learning about construction methods. And then so I learned everything from the internet and books. That's it. And since then, I have met with a lot of YouTube influencers that do boot reviews. There's a whole world of YouTube people that do nothing but boots, salvage jeans.
I mean, I can understand on like in Texas and Louisiana.
No, it's crazy. I'm shocked by it. So
even here.
Even here. Are there no?
You said there was local cobblers that you were talking to.
Oh yeah, I was
that
talking to
were
local
like,
cobblers, but the YouTube stuff is these YouTube influencers that are like they would post these videos. I got a new pair of boots, guys. This company sent me a new pair of boots. Check them out. And they would kind of walk you through it. And there'll be a 25-minute videos on every single detail of the boot. So it's kind of like boot porn for us nerds that like that kind of stuff, right?
Hey, same thing with the coin market too. I mean, there's a bunch of
100%
people on
with the coin
YouTube,
market.
and dude, rabbit hole after rabbit hole.
Yes.
All the shit that I learned come from books and YouTube videos like you.
Did you ever identify that one coin that you had a couple episodes ago where you said you spent 35 minutes of it because you're single and you never were able to find? Did you ever find out what that was?
Yes, but I don't
Wait, do you
remember
watch
what
him on
coin.
YouTube?
No, I heard the podcast.
I don't remember which one I was talking about, but yeah, no, I ended up actually selling most of my collection to pay off some debt. I actually paid off like $1,500 of credit card debt recently. So right now I only have about $5 in face value of pre-33 gold, which is still $1,000 there for an emergency fund. And then I have a couple of coins, one for my grandfather, great-grandfather, his grandpa on my mom, his mom's side. And then a couple others. I still have that one. I think I remember which one it was. It was the one I got for free for appraising a collection.
Was it a Roman?
Oh, that one. Yeah, no, I
Roman,
never
yeah.
figured out what it was. I still have it.
Okay.
I have an idea what it was, but other than that,
Send
no
it into Oak
specific.
Send it into those guys. They'll probably figure something out.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so they have this boot YouTube.
So yeah, I
connoisseurs.
started hooking up with these guys, and found out this whole community is super nice and super welcoming. And so I started getting in touch with these YouTubers, started getting in touch with the local cobblers, and I made a connection for a cobbler that lives here in Chesterfield, lives in Fenton, but has a couple stores in St. Louis. And he just, we befriended each other. He actually reached out to me. There was someone local in Dupo that picked up some shoe making equipment used, and they came out with a great haul. And so I posted to that Facebook group saying, "Hey, I'm looking for this, and this, these pieces of equipment for my hobby." And then he reached out to me and he's like, "How serious are you?" I go, "Well, I'm a hobbyist right now. I'm just learning." And he's like, "Well, I'm looking to retire soon. And so we just started talking and just stayed in touch. And now I've been to several shoe conventions. I got another one coming up in New Orleans this summer to get together with all the different cobblers and
They have shoe conventions?
They have shoe conventions.
What does that
Dude.
entail?
So it's
Even modern shoes have conventions.
Yeah,
Like, older
100%.
shoes, like
Really?
even the cobbler's got to have a separate.
I mean, if you think about, all right, have you ever
Dude,
seen those?
shoes?
You ever seen those videos of the Pokemon and how the Pokemon conventions are crazy, right? So
We had a guy on.
Everybody has these weird, right? The same thing as you ever see those guys that are just fanatical about the Air Jordans and they'll have like $10,000 for their Air Jordans.
For sure.
So the boot world's no different, and so they'll have their nerds that just collect, and so I do collect shoes more than I have. He's seen a lot of them, so I think I'm up to 60.
And they've been making
now.
boots, work boots, and cowboy boots.
impressive.
Yeah.
Long before.
So
they
I've got
became
everything
sneakers.
from
Every time I meet Keith and talk to Keith, all I can think about is that one Adam Sandler movie, and I don't know what it. I think.
careful that
I don't-
could go a lot of
I know,
different ways.
I don't know what it's called, but it's
Don't
like
go off half cocked.
where
Lily.
his dad literally it's something to do with shoes, and they work on shoes or whatever, and every time he puts on a pair of somebody else's shoes that aren't his, he turns into that person.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what the movie's called, but it's funny as heck. But it's like, I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, I just
I'm gonna
think about
guess
that.
like shoes on the other foot. I mean, I don't even know.
I don't even know what that is. It's gotta be one of his early stuff. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
goofy, and because he thinks his dad's dead, but his dad, is actually wearing somebody else's shoes, and his dad is a barber right next door to the shoe
But
shop.
it makes sense that he brings that up. I mean, there's
Yeah.
only so many things you can do on the back of the bus by yourself, right?
Yeah,
So
right. Especially when it's very short. So these guys reach out to you, say, "Hey, we got some cobbler boot machines." Like you're talking what 2024? Like these are modern machines with lasers and
no,
computers
these
and
are
stuff.
150-year-old. No, these are 100-year-old machines. So what a lot of people don't realize is St. Louis region made more shoes than any other manufacturer in the world. From the turn of the century, 1870, to the turn of the century until 1940. Then after World War II, the modern production started going to.
Sorry about that.
You all right?
Yeah. cords
You okay?
everywhere.
All right.
I'm just gonna close the door.
Yep. Modern production then switched over to Europe at that point. But St. Louis was the #1 shoe manufacturer.
I would say
in the
that
United
people's
States.
shoes
in the
ran
world,
out.
not the United
Wait,
States.
what decade are we talking?
1870 through like 1940.
Really?
That long.
Damn.
Yeah. And so, so these machines are called Landis. The majority of them are called Landis International. And there's American, there's Champion. All these machines and all these companies were based here out of St. Louis. And so when I buy a lot of these used things, their steel stamp says St. Louis. It's kind of crazy how much is here based out of St. Louis, the footwear industry, in addition to the apparel, especially the women's apparel.
What?
It's crazy how it all started here in St. Louis. And I just don't, and that was like a weird connection. I was like, that's odd.
What, do you think it was the German immigrants that came in, or a different influence in an area?
Yeah, well, being
at that time,
St. Louis being centrally located, so a lot of the trades and everything would come here.
Yeah, I would think like a lot of things would wear out by the time you got to St. Louis.
You would do the manufacture in St. Louis, you'd ship it on a barge or whatever, and then it goes out to the rest of the world. Then those companies would put their stamp on it. So, we had the Brown Shoe Company, which is a big,
huge
here.
Yeah, and there was the tanning industries, the river, everything converged
everything
here.
kind of
So
converged
it
here.
kind of made sense, but I never knew that.
So that's what I mean.
Like
I don't think it's
that long
widely
ago.
talked about.
18th century.
Did you guys realize that we have one of the oldest tanneries in the United States right here in St. Louis that tans leather?
Yeah.
Herman Oak.
Yes.
And so,
And taxidermist.
See, you did know. Yeah.
Only reason I got a buddy that his grandpa got a bear.
Okay.
Way back in that crazy story, but he got it tanned and mounted at
want a bear.
Yeah.
Right? That'd be cool to have in my living
That
room.
would be cool. I don't think my wife would like it, but
They said
bear rope or
that
something?
bear.
Would you rather have a bear or a
What
shark?
is it? Is it bear sightings?
That's a good question.
Bear sightings are up like 80% across the country.
Sure.
So I mean, the chances of getting a bear are pretty high now.
I'd rather have a bear, but I'd rather have a necklace of shark tooth.
Okay, which one would your wife prefer hanging over the bed? The bear or the shark?
I'm gonna go with neither.
Yeah. I'd probably, yeah.
Wait, that wasn't an option.
It's not an option. It's gotta go somewhere.
It's got to go to the hunting cabin. That's why I have a cabin.
Willie.
This is why you're single. That's what.
Willie, it's not called the hunting cabin. It's called the
Stabbing cabin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron,
Those single ladies out there, stay away from heckers.
Aaron Scholl named it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how big are these machines you're talking about? Like
They're
20 pounds. 40
well,
pounds?
so the finishing machines, which usually they have sanders. They'll have different levels of sanders on it. They'll be as long as this, and so what is that? 20 feet there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
25 feet. And so so those sanding machines are huge. Can't have that in my basement, right? So I just converted a bench grinder into a polisher, and so I'll have sanding on one side and polishing on the other.
Okay.
And then you pick up a couple of different little machines. I met a man through a local another cobbler who makes cowboy boots in Texas. I met her in Chicago, and she's like, "Oh, there's this guy. He's kind of older, but he'll make these hand machines for her." And I go, "Oh, so it's called a hand welting machine." And it's not really a machine. It's really kind of stand like a tripod, and you're able to put your shoe on it. And I'm able to, as opposed to holding it and doing stitching and stuff like that, I can put it on there. So I called him up and I was like, "Hey, this is who I am. This is what I want." And he's like, "Well, I'm 84, but yeah, I'll make it for you." I go, "You really make them?" He goes, "Yeah, I've been making them for 40 years." And I go, "What do you do?" He goes, "I do the welding. I do everything. I'll finish it up for you." And I'm like, oh my God.
Damn.
So these are the people that I aspire to be when I get older, right? That's what I'm saying when I say retire into something,
But
right?
that's the generation you're trying to get the knowledge from.
Yes,
which
100%.
gotta be hard.
Yes. But they're willing.
Yeah.
They're willing, right?
You think
I find
they're
they're hungry.
Maybe
they
because it's a
understand that
dying
their
art or something.
industry's
Just wanna
dying?
pass it down.
So the
Yeah.
industry is dying. There's less than 5,000 cobblers in the United States. There's more retiring or dying off than there is coming in. So there's a whole there's an SSIA. It's a Shoe Institute of America type of thing that is really trying to get younger people interested in the trade. Similar to like Mike Rowe does for the trades, right?
Yeah. Dirty
And
job.
so these people that I talk to,
I like micro, but there's some things that I know some things.
All right,
that
let's put a pin in that.
it's a different rabbit hole.
That's another episode.
I'll see if I can get that.
Let our guests continue with their
Yeah.
comment.
I'll get that guy on the podcast is what I'll do
There you go.
because he's got some stories.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that.
Yeah.
And so, what was I saying before I got into that?
Sorry,
I'm not
you're
sure.
talking about
really rabbit
people
hole the fuck
moving
out of
into
this,
the
so.
industry.
Oh
young
yeah,
people.
thank you. Yeah, so we're looking for a lot more young people to come into the industry and try to help out. There's a high school teacher that instead of doing shop class or something like that, he decided he convinced the district to do a class on cobbling, on shoe repair and stuff like that. So
Local?
their final the Indiana thing. So the final project was to build a shoe, and so these kids loved it so much. And then now it's one of the number one requested classes in the high school. They got parents that are coming in asking these kids now
to do their
to
shoes.
do that. When I talk to some of these cobblers about their workload, some of them are 8 to 16 to 20 weeks out for fixing shoes.
What's the rate they're charging though? I mean, is it enough to be like, okay, we're charging ridiculous money.
Yeah.
We're still that far behind. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what kind of money is there. The need is still there. We need more people.
Yeah.
Is
What's
it that,
the-
or is this like we're charging
There-
peanuts? And
Yeah. So there are guys that obviously they buy the boot and they don't even try it on. They have it shipped directly. They buy it online and have it shipped directly to their online cobbler.
Wow.
And they give them instructions on what their brand new boot, never been touched. And then they're like, this is what I want. This is the build that the manufacturer, but this is what I want. And so they customize it, and so you can pay $400, $500, $600, $700, $800, $900 for customizations after you bought the boot.
what type of guys are these? What are you talking?
These
Professions or fancy?
these are well, they're obviously not guys working in the profession out in the field, right? These are guys that just love boots and like to wear them every single day, right?
God damn. All right.
So if you were to ask me,
Sorry, keep going. I was
gonna
gonna say,
say-
what's the point? Like, what's the, like for mine, I mean, I bought my boots new. I wore the shit out of them for 2 years, 3 years straight. And, they're destroyed and you tried to save them. But, like, what's the point of adjusting them before I wore them out?
it's the look. It's about the aesthetic. That's really all it is.
Kind of like buying a new truck and putting a lift in the
That's exactly right. Exactly.
Alligator
I was just
boots.
about to
How
say,
many guys do
fucking
you know
thing.
buy Jeeps and they turn around and they take it straight and it says, I want the lift kit on it. I want 33-inch,
Cut the exhaust off.
Same
Fucking
thing.
Rims. Yeah.
I want it to look, I have a vision and I want it to look that way. It's the exact same thing.
Wow.
Obviously they have expenditure, a little extra money.
They have an open checkbook.
Vanity
Then
is
they
a
wear it out to prom or
powerful
Yes.
whatever
Yes.
twice a year, and that's
Powerful.
it.
And I bet they wear them boots
Show
one
boots.
day a year.
There are some
That's what I'm
boots
saying.
like I said, I'm a collector, so there are some boots that I've never worn. I've owned these ones that I have now
What?
for close to I've had these
See,
for
for Tom and I, that's
I've
like,
had these for 8 months and I wouldn't touch them. They're only available in Japan. But I happened to get a pair new, and I was incredibly grateful that I was able to procure one. And so I let it sit on the shelf forever. And then one day I was like, I'm gonna try these on, and now I'm wearing. I love them.
I'm a firearms collector. And
Oh, okay.
the people I talk to, the people I buy from and trade with, they're like, I've never shot this. I got this been on a safe for 3 years. I'm like, how could you buy something and not shoot it at least once? That's the enjoyment to me. But I'm also don't have collector kind of money either, nor.
But see, I'm the same way.
I
like-
have several that I've never fired,
Okay.
but they're in the safe and they're pretty. And
Okay.
I'll open it up and I'll talk to them every once in a while.
Yep.
And I'll close them and I go, I'll see you later.
You're so pretty. You're so pretty.
My precious.
Back in your little box.
So I want to know is out of your 60 some odd pair of boots that you have, which ones are your favorite?
Honestly, the simplest design ones are. You would think they're the ones that are the most expensive, but that's not true. What I found is that there are boot snobs and then there are boot nerds.
Okay.
The snobs are the elitist. No, you can't have it. You have to have the top shelf quality all the time. I'm telling you that I love Jack Daniels, but there are better top shelf whiskeys out there, but there's nothing wrong with Jack Daniels. So there's a difference, right? It's all about how you perceive that what that is. So some of my most least expensive boots are some of my favorites.
That's cool.
And it's similar to firearms.
100%.
100%.
You can spend a
100%.
shit ton of money on the most precision, accurate,
Yeah.
high performance, everything board, everything
Yep.
sided. There's or I can.
They spend so much money on the name. It's so frustrating.
I have a buddy that owns a Staccato, and same thing. He doesn't barely shoot it. He just has it on a trophy mount on the wall.
So
I'm like, dude, why the fuck would you spend that much money on a gun you barely even use?
In the clay target,
because it's the best.
In the clay target
world, he shows it
world,
off every time I meet him. Every time I see him, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, in the clay target world, an over under Krieghoff is a German-made shotgun, 125,000 easy.
Oh my gosh!
These old men, they'll retire, they'll buy them, and they'll go shoot clay targets with them. Well, when I was in high school, we'd have a boy, local kid, 870 pump out there shooting trap right next to this guy. Blows every 25 out of 25. This old man with a $125,000 shot card and can't hit 10 of them. You know, he's slamming it, pissed off, and so like that was the best. You know, that's the best story you can ever get.
Yeah.
Whenever somebody's driving the Cadillac and they can't even make it down the road.
Same thing with fishing, man. If I see him out there with a $100,000 fishing boat, with a $2,000 fishing boat, and a fish tracker, they can see the fish underneath the water.
Can you help me carry my fish?
That gold-plated reel, and you're like, "What are you doing, man?"
I'm just sitting there.
I've got a piece of bamboo that I'm just doing this, and I'm.
I need a second bucket, man. You got an extra bucket?
See, that's how we fish. We waders from the duck blind. We're out there trying to fish, and everybody else is decked out to the nines.
It's way more fun that way too. I mean,
100%.
If you spend that much money on
100%.
something, you're always thinking about like, okay, I got to get my money's worth this year, or like whatever, you know. Like a buddy of mine, Griffin, we had him on the podcast. He bought a $30,000 fucking camper. He uses it like 4 times a year. And he curses himself every time he has to make that monthly payment on that loan. I'm like, dude, just use it.
Probably could have bought a used one for a quarter of the price.
Oh, yeah. Well, we had Jake on, too. He even said those side-by-side purchase that he had whenever he started the automotive shop. I mean, same thing was just something that he should have done. I mean, it's...
But I think we've all done that. That's part of aging. It's part of getting older. That's 100%. Part of kind of being
part
a man.
Of your 20s.
Kind of being a man.
Being able to afford the toys you want to buy.
That's right.
And then realizing, oh,
you're an idiot.
Shit, this is costing.
I bought that G. I paid outright for
I bought an
G.
FJ Cruiser. Loved that thing. Good Lord, that thing was so much fun.
Right?
So much fun. Totally impractical. My wife's yelling at me, "Why do you have 3 car payments?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." Yeah. So I kept it, and then I ended up trading it up for more than I bought it for. Because FJ, by then Toyota canceled it, and so then it went up in value, and so they're like called me up, like, "Yeah, I'll trade it." Here you go.
It has to be one of my wife's biggest angry points is I bought that Jeep 10 years ago, and it's actually worth I think $1,000
Jeeps
more
hold their value,
than
man.
when I bought it
It's
10 years ago.
I
can't believe that. Like,
I bought mine before COVID, and I sold it after COVID, and I made like 10 grand,
dude.
After putting 30,000 miles on it, 40,000 miles on it. I mean,
I had a 4Runner that was over 10 years old, had 200,000 miles on it, had leaking diffs. It had cracked windshield.
Things are tanks.
Everything on the 4x4 piece worked because it was a special trail edition. And I got $13,000 traded for that. And I was like, what? Are you guys crazy? They're like, man, we'll sell this to Alaska. Those Alaska people will buy this and they will beat it up and they know how to fix it.
Yep. That's a primo condition, actually.
Yeah.
They bought it.
Yep. I love that. That was one of my favorite vehicles.
We stopped. My brand new truck had problems a couple weeks ago, electrical.
Yeah.
We stopped and looked at a 97 Chevy Silverado, cab and a half.
Yep.
I don't even know how many
that
miles
one
on
in
it.
Hecker?
Yeah, 200,000 miles on it. They wanted $19,000.
And they'll get it. I think
it's not for sale yet.
I thought it was sold.
It's still there.
It's still there.
It's still there.
But
it's not a spot of rust. The interior is clean as all get out. Fresh lift kit.
What year is it?
97.
97, yeah. It's gorgeous truck, but not for 20 grand.
Not for 20 grand. I mean, it's a $10,000 truck all day.
Yeah, I mean...
He's looking for that one enthusiast.
Yeah.
One enthusiast that'll take it.
If I had money, I'd buy it.
Man, just engine swap it. It's brand new, man.
Yeah.
Like
Even engine swapping, though. I mean, that's no different than, like, buying a Cummins. First-gen Cummins. I mean, the frame and everything else will go out on it before the motor will, but you're still up a couple of grand. You know, they're still worth... They're worth tons of money still.
Yeah, a friend of mine is in the rodeo business, and they had an old Cummins, and people would come up to him and says, "I want that. I'll give you X, $30,000-$40,000." And it's just crazy. Like this truck is so old. But they're like, they want that tranny, they want that engine.
Whatever it is.
My uncle has an '89 dually first gen Cummins, and it's never seen rain. And,
What?
never seen
How's that
rain.
even possible?
He only used it to haul his race trailer, and you only race whenever it ain't raining.
So it
Wow.
just sits there.
No, he
In the
just
barn?
never uses it until it rains,
It
or
sits in
until
the
he
barn.
races.
So yeah,
It sits in the barn. Yeah,
Hooked to the trailer and everything.
unhooked and everything, but yeah, it's literally there to pull the trailer.
Now that'd be nice to have that kind of money.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Let me know when he's
Yeah.
ready to sell.
Yeah.
Bud.
Hey, that's how I found my cougar, man. It was literally in some
Cougar?
old guy's bar.
You found a cougar?
Yeah, that's what I drive, man. Trying to get
Wait.
a cougar in my car.
Easy, Willie. Easy,
You
Willie.
don't know our audience, Willie.
He gets most excited about widows. So
No.
as soon as I say cougar, he just
No.
perks up a little bit.
I hope none of them listen to this.
But yeah, no, 36,000 miles.
That's-
one
yeah.
owner car
Did you
sitting in a barn for
Yeah.
20 years. I'm like,
See,
the best cars to buy.
But I think that's what we all do, right? We all make these purchases, especially when we get older. We get that money. We're like, I had this dream always as a kid, and I'm going to do it. And thank you. And
Can I get water, please?
Yeah.
and so we end up doing it. And then eventually, at some point, we kind of outgrow it. We're like, all right, I did that. It's time to move on. And then you get my age, and you start to go backwards.
Cooler.
You start to simplify, and that's kind of where I'm at now. So I'm kind of like at the pinnacle of my collection, where I'm just going to keep the most loved ones, like the ones made in Japan, or the ones, I got some that are made from Africa, and I'll keep those. They're made out of kudu or antelope leather, that kind of stuff. I'll keep those ones that I really like, and then just get rid of the rest. There's a huge eBay market, Grail market. There's a huge market for selling those used footwear. And so I think the most I ever sold, I sold a pair for $600 was the most used.
Damn. I always thought about selling on eBay for coins, but the fees.
The fees kill you.
Shipping.
So
Yeah.
so people started shooting or moving over to other areas, and now they're starting to add fees too. So it's kind of frustrating, to be honest with you.
Right.
I think eBay just raised their fees again. Now it's 13% or something
You
like
know,
that. It's-
Really? Last
yeah.
time I checked, it was 8.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
So going into
Yeah.
fees, so and I think y'all are both wiser than I am on this. You might be able to answer for it, but we were talking about fees. You and I were with Coin Market and stuff like that, and so I was watching CBS Sunday Morning. CBS Sunday Morning has finally done a story about what's it called? Insider trading.
Okay.
They're
Yeah.
saying insider trading. So obviously the thing with the Venezuelan president, that blew a red flag about insider trading, because the special forces officer had traded that Venezuelan's president will be arrested today or whatever.
Kalshi.
Yeah,
I saw that
Or
article.
was it Polymarket or
One of the two.
Yeah,
It was a betting market.
but anyway, he
Yeah.
made like 400,000 or something like
Yeah.
that. Well, so that was bluntly somebody that was involved in it.
100%.
So they knew who it was. They found him. He's gonna go to trial and all that for insider trading. But now they're like, what's the rest of the world look like? There's so many people that are unknown that are insider trading, but we don't know how to prove it, and they're just like, well, we don't know. So now, and as we've talked recently, every business everywhere that's a corporation, all they're doing is working to pay their stockholders. Well, now with insider trading becoming a thing, now what is that? I don't know. I don't know what my question was, but I think it's just insane. But
Yeah.
Insider.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
It goes back to what you and I
because
talked
like you
about.
said, the fees, and then I don't know.
You and I talked about it. I think you alluded to it on some of the earlier podcasts about, being an entrepreneur, man, is an art. But it also can be incredibly rewarding. I think you called it, you're either on it or in it,
Yeah.
right? And so, when you and I first met, I was trying to encourage you about how to grow your business, if you remember that conversation at all, and how to find that niche market and try not to get discouraged. And I encourage you while you're still young and single to continue to push forward, because the minute you get tied down, right? I've been working since I was 14. I've always had some type of side hustle, right? And that's just the way I was raised or the way I'm driven. I don't know which one it is. And so, but then when the minute I got kids, it's like, I need security, man. And I fell into IT and kind of, been sticking with it.
Can't take as many risks.
It can't take as many risks because I have more, right, exactly right. And so, but while you're young, you can still recover.
Yep.
You can still pivot quickly without having to think about all the consequences. Just like you just told us, you alluded and hinted to the audience. Some new changes are coming, but I'm not comfortable in announcing.
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You've made some decisions, and so
Yeah.
that's cool, man.
No, it's but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, as a business owner, yeah, you said it like I usually do. You can work in it.
Yeah.
Which in my profession, I'd be cleaning bathrooms and houses, or I can work on
It's
it.
not fun. I'll tell you from experience.
I've done it. I've been there. I've
You had to get started somehow,
I've
right?
worked
Right.
in it, and then you graduate to working on it, which is attracting clients, attracting employees to get them to work for you and do the work. You can do that, or some people, especially like HVAC, electrical, quite happy just being an electrician.
Yeah.
But that's all you are. You're like, I own an electrical business. Well, no, you don't. You're an
work.
electrician that works for a business that you get paid to do the job. So you can work in it or on it. And it's your choice, your personal choice. My personal choice is I'm getting older. I can't be doing all that stuff. I have to figure out a way to have the business generate me income without me actually physically doing the work. And that's the part of working
And I think when you talked to Bob Lunk, when you had him on, you asked him that question. He goes, I prefer to work in it.
He does.
And, knowing him, I was like, yeah, that sounds exactly right. Weird story real quick.
It blew my mind.
It blew my mind when I heard it. I was like, yeah. But then I thought about it. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Because I had called him and I texted him because he doesn't like, he doesn't like, So I texted him and he texted back and he's like, what's going on? I says, well, it's making this sound. Here's what's happening. And he goes, take a video. So I took a video and I sent it to him. And then he called. So I picked it up. I go, Bob, what's up? And he's like, hey. So he's talking to me and I go, where are you at? He goes, I'm in the middle of the ocean. I go, what?
What?
He goes, I'm on a cruise with my wife. I go, dude, you're going to get me in trouble. Why are you picking up the phone? I go, let me know. I did not call you. You called me. He's like, it's okay. I'm like, Bob, this is not okay. I go, have one of your boys call me. It's no big deal. He goes, no, walk me through it. Talk to me. And I was like, oh my God, Bob.
But that's Bob.
That's Bob.
He has always been, I work in it. I am that guy. His transition out of that, I don't know if he'll ever do it. His wife is trying to make him, and his kids very much support him.
God
He's got
love
a
him.
great family
I
support
hope.
network. But for him, his happiness is fixing HVAC.
His boys were fantastic. They've been over several times. I spent more money over there than I need to. But I hope when I go and I pass and I'm entering those pearly gates that they're probably going to judge me and I'm going to say, but I'm friends with Bob. And they're like, you're in. Come on.
Hey, did you go to his open house?
No, I did get the message, but I couldn't.
Dude,
We had graduation, and I was at Florida State for my oldest who graduated from her degree, so we were down there for that ceremony.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Hey, Dad, move your mic closer to you. A little bit closer. A little bit closer. A little bit closer. A little bit closer. There you go. Keep it there.
Can you just
Is
turn
that
them
okay?
up, or is that not okay?
No, because then it'll sound echoey and far away.
Oh,
Do you want me to move mine?
All of us are perfect.
Okay,
but
that's
it was just him as a little quiet.
Just you guys are perfect. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Well, because
See
your
how
mic
that
was
goes?
all the way
Ouch.
over
A
there.
little bit. All right, that's fine.
Like ours are like.
We
a foot
had
and a
that
half
thing.
away.
So Gavin has been helping me every now and then, and last Thursday or Friday. I don't know what day. Whatever day it was, might have been Thursday. I don't remember. But anyway, it was Thursday.
Talking about the flagstone day.
Yeah.
Where's this story going?
Thursday.
Like,
Well,
that
so
was
working.
day doesn't freaking matter.
Working
honestly.
in
Let's
it
go.
versus on it.
Let's-
Working in it versus on it. So Gavin's been helping me because I have the tendency to physically overdo myself and then I'm done for 3 days. Like I can't physically keep going. And so I'm like, oh well, if I get somebody else to do all the brunt work, then I can keep doing shit. Like I can on it
business.
rather than in it. And so and I hadn't really physically been doing a lot of work. Thursday morning I woke up, I couldn't move my right arm. And I'm like, fuck, I already agreed with this lady. I'm going to dig 9 holes today. Like, I'm going to plant these plants for her and all this. I'm like, okay. I was like, hey, Gavin, like, what are you doing today? Like, just in case, like, something completely goes dysfunctional and I
Like
really...
fence post holes?
No, like, she had, like, shrubs and trees and stuff in her yard that she wanted to replace. Minor work, really, but when you can't move your arm when you wake up,
hurts.
like, that's not a good day to go into.
Yep.
And so I was like, hey, like, I might need you, but, like, I think I can work through it. And so I just took a couple ibuprofen, and then I met with my customers like I usually do. And then by lunch, I was like, I mean, it's not, I don't feel it, so it's either numb or it's functional. And, I carried on, and it worked. But I was like, oh, my God. I was like, I need to stop. I need to figure, next step.
And the beauty of it is when you figure out the people who can do the work for you, they're happily worker bees.
Yeah.
The harder part is lining up the jobs and doing all that.
Yeah.
That's any major corporation, I don't Fortune 500 company, you got the CEO, you got the board of directors, and you got the salespeople. That's top 3 people paid in that entire company. Because if you can bring the money in, it's more financially beneficial than it actually doing the work. You can find anyone to do the work if your systems are set up right. You got to get the right people.
That's a different story. That's the change.
But the harder thing is to line up the work.
Yeah.
I was always taught those who know why hire those that know how.
I like that.
So
It's a good saying.
Yeah, if you understand your vision and your dream and where you're going and what you want to do, you'll find a way, but you'll learn how to work on so that you're not suffering like that.
No, it takes time.
And
This
brother,
is only.
Don't get me wrong. Like when 20 years ago, I was that guy scrubbing those toilets. I was that guy taking back.
Did you have an epiphany moment, or it just grew?
No.
Or was it like Bob, where you had a heart attack?
I am done. No, it wasn't like Bob.
Oh my God! Yeah, did you hear Bob's podcast?
I would rather get another job than do both jobs. I would rather do another labor job because cleaning is not my jam.
Yeah.
I love sales. I love marketing side of it. I can do that, but I could do that while I'm a part-time gun salesman at Royal King.
Yep.
Then that income wasn't a whole lot being a cleaner.
Right.
The other side was a lot, but I could do that nights and weekends. So my thing was I'm not going in the field, not a single more day, or I'd have to find something else to do. And that was my epiphany of, nope, I'm done. And when I did it, freak out, like, oh my God, what are we going to do? It works out. And you make more money because you can.
Windows seem to open, don't they?
Right? It's nobody believes you.
Yeah.
But
I agree. Yeah. Especially when you're in a community such as this, where there's so many people that are wanting to help you and support you, and
there's not a short supply of mentors in this town.
No, 100%.
No.
And Columbia too. I'm sorry.
Makes me feel like
that's
an asshole, though. Makes me feel like an asshole though whenever Willie calls me Thursday and I'm in the middle of fishing.
No.
It was all good.
That's not. Don't feel like an asshole. Willie should have 3 or 4 guys that he could call.
And
he only needs one to say yes.
No for the first time in a long time.
No, it was fine because I was happy to not keep working. If you would have said yes, then I would have had to keep working. So I was cool with it.
Yeah, you were done by sunset, well before sunset.
Yeah, if you would have came, we would have been there till dark. So
it's interesting you say that because on my Facebook group for shoes, for cobblers, one of the questions asked was, hey, we're trying to retire. And I want to know what the other cobblers think. But we have these customers that come in for a long time. And they're like, I will pay you triple, quadruple of what I want this service done. What do you say? And I was surprised by some of the answers. They're like, yeah, take the money. But then the one guy out of the entire group responded, is like, tell him no. Learn to get comfortable saying no.
Yeah.
And that's where you'll end up being.
No, between Tom and I,
you're smiling at me. Did you two have this conversation already? Yeah.
Within the last 2 months, I mean, 3 months probably. I've said more no's than I ever have, and I've never been happier.
Nice, man.
I mean, I had one lady from Columbia, chew me out because I said no, and I was like, you know what? I'm glad she doesn't owe me money.
Right.
Like, I'm just happy.
Glad you don't have to
I was upset because she tried to use me against me, and I was like, you know what? I think she does that to everybody, and that's the reason why she's upset, and so I just need to walk it off.
Don't let those people affect your self-worth and what you think you can and can. No, don't let
because everybody else I talk to, they cover for the 50% that she doesn't have.
Yeah.
And so there's no reason that...
And a lot of business owners make the mistake of, I'll just charge them 20% more. It'll be totally worth it.
Yeah.
It never
it's never.
I would rather give a 20% discount to a client that is understanding and reasonable and I can talk to. Granted, you're still going to mess up. Yep. Everyone does. We're human beings. But I can have a conversation with, say, hey, Jenny, I screwed up. Let me make it right. They're good with that. Yeah. The clients are like, you ended my entire world. I can never... Really, I'm cleaning your bathroom. Like,
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
We missed
Is
one
that
corner of a
life-altering?
fucking mirror.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world,
Yeah.
Jess.
So it's all.
Learn to pick up your own pubic hair. I'm not cleaning that up.
Or that is dog shit. You're not a bio unit. You
That's
gotta
right.
clean that up yourself, man.
I got a great story for you guys. Since we got a little pause right there. It was a couple days ago. I got a call from a lady, and I track all my calls. I record them and track them, so everyone that comes into my phone situation, I know when they came in. I had a lady schedule a call with me Monday. She also had scheduled a call with me 2 years ago that I talked to her then. And when I talked to her, she had fired 2 or 3 cleaning companies, not happy. They were not making her happy. And I put a little note in. I kind of went through our jam of, hey, well, this is what we do. And she didn't really like it. She seemed like a person that she wanted to control what was going to happen.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, didn't work out. She's like, I'll call you if I need you. Great. So 3 years passed. She called me Monday. Same lady. Had no idea she had ever talked to me before.
Okay.
And she was asking me, like, oh, they're disappointing me. I'm like, how many cleaning companies have you gone through? She's like, 6 in the last 2 years. I'm like, okay, what was the problem? She's like, they're just not making me happy. I'm like, well, what did they say when you talked to them and said, hey, you're not making me happy? She's like, I've never done that. I'm like, so you just fire them? And I paused. I didn't really know where to go with that. Like,
But sometimes let that silence sink in.
yeah. And after that, we kind of talked a little bit more, and what she was looking for just wasn't what I offered. And I've never had anyone hang up on me before in that phase of my pipeline, my funnel of it's just a phone call. And she got so angry that I was not going to do what she thought I should do, even though that's not even part of my business model to do.
Right.
Things like duct cleaning and exterior window. We don't do that. She got irate and hung up on me. First person ever.
That's what this-
23 years of doing business.
That's what this
who's
other guy did to
ever
me.
hung up on me.
First
And I
time.
put the notes in. Never
Never.
take this
Right.
woman
Just
on
block her.
as a
Fuck her.
I can't.
Yeah, but he's got to be able to.
Dude, I got it. I got to know the notes. Why?
Yeah.
So, but recording your conversations, recording the interactions between.
But see, that's one thing I probably need to do because I don't. But if something were to happen to me, nobody could ever pick up the ball where it dropped, and so all of it's in my head. I remember everything.
Well, until you have someone else as to pick
Yeah,
up
but
that ball,
even-
you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but even as I'm
I mean,
doing
if you
it
die,
now,
brother, I mean, ain't nobody.
no,
ain't
but somebody
your
else
mom
should.
gonna be like,
Somebody
"Oh."
else should know that. Hey, this person was unruly 3 years ago.
Right.
You know, XYZ. You know that.
True.
That kind of thing.
And it's super easy.
Yeah.
I mean, CRMs nowadays are
True.
Yeah,
True.
a dime a
100%.
dozen. I
Yep.
mean, fuck.
You sit down about
There's free
40
ones
foot
out there.
cooler and you can fill it out pretty quick.
Yeah. Willie to-do list.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like that.
Yeah. Tom's the one that come up with it.
That's awesome. All right, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Better
that's-
than a business card and a lot cheaper.
Oh, those notepads. I don't know if I ever gave you. Did I give you one of those notepads?
No.
So, I guess it was shortly after I'd done the work for you. Tom and I talked, and I never redid business cards. I made notepads that are Willie Do lists. And it's a grocery list with a magnet on it, and I give it to everybody.
Dude, that's
With a
brilliant.
QR
they,
code.
Yep, and they
That's
make a
brilliant.
list,
Link
and
to his
they call me
calendar.
whenever they got a list. And
No, they just take a picture of that. and
Well, they
look-
don't, but
Well,
I'm working on
okay.
that. I'm working on
You
that.
should be get to that point.
I'm pushing it, but
All right,
it's
all right,
there's
all
a
right.
little education lip there. But I mean, I'm even sending I'm sending calendars and invoices and stuff through that, and people are, I never got it. Okay, well, what's your email? We'll fix that real quick.
I mean, with that
You know.
mustache, you should have every woman over the age of 65 in our Tri-County area.
I can make the
Frankly.
mustache better, so be ready.
Whoa. Define better.
Oh, just
Like
wait.
Raleigh Fingers better? You don't know who this
Wait.
is. You probably don't know who Raleigh
He
Fingers
has
is.
no
Joey.
idea. He's like, what?
Wait till
didn't
I
know
forget how young these
He didn't know who James Simmons was.
Oh, for the love of God.
Right?
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
Which one? Either one. You know who either one?
Either
Okay, yeah.
one.
That's yeah.
Gene, yeah.
I get it.
But I mean,
I have employees that never seen Star Wars, so I get
That
it.
is sad.
ooh.
Yeah.
And
That's sad.
that's 20.
Even the new Star Wars, like, wow, there's just been so much since the original movies. Like, how can you not?
Well, they
watch
never seen
any?
the originals, and if you're not a sci-fi
okay.
nerd, then they won't watch it.
You'll never watch it. I bet that's not even available on streaming services, probably.
It is.
It
So,
is.
on
The
Disney.
originals.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney.
I didn't even know that.
When you have
Yeah.
kids, man, you got every single streaming
Yep.
service
And
possible.
there's a lot of really cool spin offs.
Yeah, it's actually gone well since Lucas sold it.
So I have I have free TV at home. I don't watch it's like live TV or
Why
whatever.
doesn't this surprise me?
Cable
Digital
or whatever.
digital,
Yeah.
There's no cable.
Like over the air?
Yeah,
Over the
yeah,
air, free
yeah.
over the air.
I don't
Okay.
really have internet, so
Okay.
like it's a hit or miss thing. So, but anyway,
But
so
you
I-
have your phone.
correct.
You can use your hotspot on your phone. And
Correct,
access anything you want.
but
Okay, got it.
yeah, that's a whole nother rabbit hole. But anyway, so
He doesn't have.
I was
one in his
watching
house.
TV.
That's-
Yeah, I was watching a
that was
movie,
mad.
and I
Want me
was
to build
like,
you a PC?
He grabs the
no,
chainsaw.
I'll be all right for a
Alright,
minute.
just goes
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So
cuts
I was watching a
trees
movie Sunday or something. It was Robin Hood, like the newer Robin Hood. Like I don't know what the kid's name is, but it was the newer Robin Hood.
Oh,
where,
the English guy,
the guy
Tarek or
from
whatever. Yeah,
Kingsman.
the guy from Kingsman.
Yeah, yeah.
He's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. I love the movie. Like the movie's great. Watching the whole movie and everything, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to bed after this. Like, there's no reason to stay up past whatever time it was. And I look at the guide and it goes, there's another thing after it. It's called Beyond Sherwood Forest. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
there's a sequence? Like, I'm like, what the fuck? There's a
A
sequence?
sequel.
The sequel, whatever.
Yeah, sequel. I'll help you out.
I wasn't
Sequences,
gonna do it.
shiny,
I mean,
reflective
I took
things
care
on
of it,
his
man.
dresses.
I got you, Kev.
Go ahead.
We know what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
We're just clarifying for the
I grew
audience.
up by Burkesville, so it's okay.
fine. It's totally fine.
But so anyway, I was
Kentucky
like,
people.
I was like, this would be great to watch. Like, we'll see, what it is or whatever. It's like British actors, and it's the worst acting I've ever seen in my life, and it was just like super weird. And I was like, all right, I think I'm just gonna turn this off.
It was a
But-
spin-off.
Yeah,
That's
I was
correct.
like,
It was a spin-off.
whoa! I was like, I did not expect that.
Did you see that hoard of coins that they found on Sherwood Forest?
No.
I just saw it on the internet
No.
3 days ago. It was the largest hoard. Sorry, they found the coins, but they also found a ring. And then he said, I guess there's a British law that says when you find something like that, you have to send it in because it's not your property like here it is in the United
Right,
States.
you gotta claim it
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
So they sent it in and they identified it as a former ring owned by the Sheriff of Nottingham.
What?
No way.
Just absolutely insane. So they
Whoa.
tied it together,
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't seen that.
With a huge stockpile of coins.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
They're finding coins all the time, man.
Oh, yeah.
In
That's why I
England-
just
in
bought a
England
metal
all the
detector,
time.
man.
Yeah.
What?
I never know. Yeah. After you threw my
Like
old one away.
a crappy
Wait.
one, or did you invest like in a really good one, like a $5,000 one, or
No.
trade in the truck and then do that?
I was watching videos on YouTube about like what's the cheapest, best bang for your buck kind of
Yeah, yeah,
metal
yeah.
detector. So
Yeah,
I bought
yeah.
like a $70 one.
Okay.
And for the record, we threw your metal detector away when you were in 8th grade, and we bought it at a garage sale in
For $2.
in
The best $2 I've ever
2014.
spent.
So
Wait. I
was
have,
not high
He
tech.
did allude that
Like,
he
you
just threw it away
motherfucker.
last week.
I have a crazy.
This was a solid 15 years
question.
ago,
I have a
Came
question.
from Radio
and
Shack.
we bought it at a garage sale.
Did you
Who
buy?
was fresh, man?
When did you buy your kids their first video game?
Oh, I
And what was it? Do you remember?
I didn't. They bought their own video
Okay.
games. I was a gamer growing up.
Okay.
I was a gamer when my kids were little, even.
Yeah.
Well, growing up, and then
So you had some in the
yeah,
house.
you don't go anywhere. You just
Yeah.
hang out. My wife worked nights. She was a commercial cleaner
Yeah.
company getting us started. So I'd stay home at night and I just play video games, and the kids would naturally
to
Guitar
bed.
Hero and
Oh, yeah.
whatever else we played. And
Yeah.
eventually, when they wanted to play their own, I'm like, I'm not sharing mine. So you had to buy your own. So they saved their allowance or whatever it was and bought their own. And after that, probably, oh gosh, when they were probably 18, 19, I just stopped gaming, at least with a console, because I wanted to buy a PS4, but
Yeah.
it was like $1,000, and I'm like, no, just time for me to stop. And then I grew up a little bit and stopped doing
Do I
it.
have a PS4?
Yes.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, my PS4 I bought at a pawn shop.
Or at least you have a controller for it.
Yeah, I bought a PS4 at a pawn shop in college for $150.
Steal.
Wait,
Nice.
you still have it?
Yeah, I use
They
it
use it.
randomly. Yeah.
I just sold an Xbox to some wonderful Monroe County single mother, and so
Nice.
Fuck it.
there's it's
There's
brand new. It was
market,
brand
yeah.
new. I bought it 4 years ago. Never opened it.
Damn.
Lost
Really?
it. Lost it in my basement. I have like 3 households of
Like, I'm
parents
pretty
that are
sure
dead.
it's here, but,
so yeah, it's in there somewhere.
it's
And so I was cleaning up stuff because I'm purging, and I found it. I was like, hey, look at this.
Did you plug it in immediately?
No, I never opened it. So I sold it brand new to them, and so I hope they're enjoying it
In the box.
in the box.
That's awesome.
And the little kid came out there. And I don't know, 7, 8, 9. I go. She's like, I go. How did you come convince your mom to get this? He goes, I got really good grades. I go, absolutely. I got something for you. Reached back into my car and I gave him a gaming headset, and then I gave him a new charger for his remote, and just kind of helped him out.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Everybody needs a helping hand, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, so where I was going was that I vividly remember we were not allowed to have video games. That was against, like, we lived in the woods. Like, that's what you're supposed to do.
Wait, just because you live in the woods? You
No, but we just...
Thank you.
Go ahead.
I wasn't going to connect that, but yeah,
I mean,
Okay.
there's a story. I don't remember the name of the book.
Willyisms.
I'm underneath a
We had to
rock.
ride the bike to charge the batteries.
Yeah, you don't remember
Run
that?
the windmill. No, what?
I'm kidding.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Anyway, I remember going to a garage sale, and this was like Game Boy and shit was out for years. So like somebody was selling Game Boys for like $5, and that was our first video game.
Dude, that was my first video game too. Game Boy Color.
Yeah,
Still have
we
it
bought
to
a
this
Game
day.
Boy Color. I think they're in my dad's safe now.
Pokemon Yellow, my first video
I think
game.
we have
wow.
it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was our first video game, and we bought it for like $5 or $20 or something like that. And
Dang.
man, we brought it home, and that was like, I don't know, it was stupid. It was like we were bringing in a cat in the house or something. It was.
You guys are so young.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what year it was, but yeah, I was in school, so but Game Boys and stuff were old at that point.
Yeah.
And so it was like, well,
Man, they fundamentally changed the face of gaming.
oh yeah,
Forever.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were at the top of their game for a long time, and then after the Wii, it just kind of...
Yep, the Wii changed everything.
DS was
The
peak.
Yep.
Yeah, my kids love the DS.
Yep. And then what's the other Nintendo one now? The Switch.
The Switch just hasn't taken off. I mean, I know people
They
that buy it,
tried.
but
They tried
It's not the
so
same.
hard.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I was excited to buy one whenever they came out with Skyrim for it because I loved Elder Scrolls, but
Elder Scrolls on a little bitty...
right. You
But
can
on the
take it
Switch, you
anywhere.
can project it, I think. You can connect it to your
you
TV.
can connect it to the TV.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
about
just
you
the fact
guys,
that I
but-
could bring it anywhere though.
I see those guys with the goggles on.
The
playing
VR,
it.
yeah,
Oh,
fuck that.
Come on. Why am I going to buy a PS5 when, I don't know, another 4 or 5 years, I'm going to be a live action shooter with goggles
Seriously,
in my own
right.
room? Like
Yep. All right, we went to a whole different direction now.
Hey, I don't know about you, but you two are single. It's all good and well, but
Oh yeah,
no,
we got a pencil
no.
drawn right here in the room. There's a pillow right here.
So I heard what your first Game Boys are. What was your first albums?
Never had them.
You guys probably
Oh,
stream.
no.
You guys are too young. You probably stream songs.
No, I had so my parents had like CD out the ass.
Okay, I've had
And I-
CDs, but not albums.
Not
Sorry,
albums.
CDs then. Tell me
No,
CDs.
I didn't have any albums.
The summer CD by the Beach Boys. It was like the
Oh
classic.
yeah, the classic one. Yeah,
See, mine
I own
was-
that one as well. I still own that one.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
It's one of my favorites.
The first CD I bought was courtesy of Red, White, and Blue. It
Oh,
was
yeah,
the
Toby
one with
Keith.
the bulldog and the doghouse on
Yep.
the cover.
Yep.
yeah.
I begged my mom to let me buy it online. I think I had to buy it online or something, and that was the first CD I bought myself. Minus that, everything was George Strait, Brooks and Dawn, Alison Krauss. I mean,
Gotta love Alice.
yeah, you name it. That's what my parents had.
What was yours?
The
Two Live
Eagles.
Crew.
Oh, okay, that's good.
I grew up in the suburbs of Omaha.
I was gonna say that took me for a surprise.
We had the busing thing, yeah. So
Yeah.
I was immersed.
Yeah.
Two Live Crew.
Wow.
You want to take a break?
Yeah. You want to take a break?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
take a break.
Let's take a break.
You want.
We're doing okay.
Welcome back. That's it.
Tom was upset our conversation wasn't recorded.
That was a good
was the one
conversation.
time-
It was a good
It
conversation.
was.
Jesus,
but
we
I'm
almost
not
got deep.
I didn't know if you guys wanted me to record it or not, so I
mean,
was just letting it ride.
I didn't really want to because I'm
Pete
waiting to
Trevor.
figure that out. Because that's my retirement
Yeah.
plan.
All right. All
That's,
right.
wait,
That's cool.
The mustache and some old ladies?
Yeah, Handy Hunks in Florida.
There's a reason why he only works for widowers.
I don't only work for
I mean,
widowers.
not specifically.
I have a couple of 30-year-olds that I work for.
Kind of your niche.
Yeah, but I'm helpful.
But the 30-year-olds look like they're 80. That's the difference.
Mustache.
Maybe
rides,
it's
hat
me.
off.
Maybe it's my glasses. Maybe they look 30 whenever I get there.
No, they see the silver streak and they're like,
They
okay,
see
Yeah,
that. They
that's
see the
the-
silver eyebrows
yeah.
and like, oh yeah.
I've had so
all
last
mine.
week I had 3 customers that I've been to their house multiple times before, and I didn't have a hat on, and I show up and they go, "Can I help you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm Willie. Like, I'm here at 1:00. Like, I told you I was coming. Like, I'm here, I'm Willie. And they're like, I don't know who you are. And I'm like, I'm Willie. Like, this, like, do you want to call my phone? Like, I'm Willie. And they didn't believe, like, they eventually believed me, but I had to fight for it.
Wait, like,
Just-
what are you talking, like a 2-minute conversation? Or are you talking like...
Yeah, like a 2-minute
15?
conversation of, like, trying to make sure that they knew that I was safe to come in their home. They didn't recognize me without a hat. And they...
Sure it wasn't the mustache?
Yeah, it could have been the mustache.
Could've been the
I did
mustache.
shave that last
I
week.
mean,
You need like a
dude,
shirt or something with WJ.
I know I had my shirt on.
You have a completely
Okay.
different personality without the mustache.
As in how? Like full face or just
Just
shave?
clean shaven.
Oh yeah.
You're
I feel like I'm a young, like, kick-ass
yes,
kind of person.
That's what the women are hiring, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and the mustache gives me like
gotta
that
placate
college
to
vibe.
It's changed a lot. I know when I was younger, they said, and I would do sales, they would say, stay clean shaven because people find that more relatable. But I mean, you fast forward 30 years later, man, all of us are wearing beards because of Duck Dynasty, and so it just became super popular, and now no one cares.
My mom even made the comment. So they added a maintenance department at her work, and she says that her boss hired. So her boss has a big beard and all that stuff. She said every single employee he's hired to help him in the maintenance department, they're minis of it. She's like, I don't understand. I'm like, no, that's normal. Like they all have beards. Like that's part of it. Like,
For the record, that's not a beard. That's a mustache.
Mine's a
That's
mustache.
a big difference.
I don't work there.
I'm not sure. I think you should just do it all or nothing.
No, I have a bet with a buddy that I wouldn't keep a mustache for very long. So
We should do a poll. Spotify poll. If you guys think Willie should shave that caterpillar off his
woolly worm, woolly worm,
the Willie
worm!
That's
No,
not a
wool-
thing.
that is-
That
woolly.
is not a thing.
woolly
I want
worm.
t-shirts.
Woolly worm,
You want to ride my Willie worm?
whirly
Oh my
worm.
god, now you took it to a whole different level.
I'm making.
See, this
I'm
is when
making
you stop
koozie cups
recording.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There's a buddy of mine that's a close friend from college. He used to call it a woolly worm. And that's
How close?
What kind of buddy
How
from
close?
college?
The naked
WOOLY. No, this kid's he lives in New Athens. No, he doesn't live in New Athens anymore. Oh,
Probably because he saw you and just wanted to
no,
get far
no,
away
he's
from
married
school.
with a kid.
Okay.
That is
Not
so
yours.
funny.
No, I'm sorry. That was too far.
You can't hurt my feelings, man.
Damn.
Teflon Willie.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
Teflon.
You have like 9 nicknames this podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna start calling you Teflon.
You're welcome. I'm never gonna get invited back. He's like, that guy just called me name after name.
That's a good one.
I thought it was Rabbit Hole Willie for a long time.
Yeah, because I always have random shit to say.
You do.
What was that
We
other
haven't
one?
had one rabbit hole section this entire
Ooh.
podcast.
Well, I've been trying to change the name, but I'm trying.
Why? It's almost branded.
Well, I know,
Seriously.
but I think so. I had an
Willie's
idea
Rabbit
that I said the other day. I think we should do Willie's Wild Card Wednesdays, because it used to be Whiskey Wednesdays in Carbondale for college,
Right.
and so I think it should be Willie's Wild Card Wednesdays, and we should make a small segment of Willie's wild cards, not rabbit holes, wild cards, because then you could release it on Wednesdays.
Yeah, but I never heard you say wild card before.
I don't know. That's
He
why I'm
says it all
trying.
the time.
You
That's why.
say rabbit hole.
That's why I'm trying to rebrand it a
lot.
little.
I don't know.
Rabbit holes. What day starts with R? When do we
No,
release
no.
that?
But they all have R in them,
Do they?
except for Sunday.
What? R.
R?
Is wild? Start with R?
And
No,
Monday.
no, because
Rabbit
rabbit.
Oh, rabbit. Okay, I'm on wild card. I'm like, what is happening right now?
See, even our guest is confused, Willie.
To me.
This is negative. Stick with rabbit hole. Don't be.
See, he was stuck on wild card though.
I
I was stuck
know.
on wild card.
Wild
Willie's-
card is definitely a
Willie's
lot easier to say.
Rabbit hole wild
Yeah.
card day.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
Wednesdays.
mouthful.
Willie's wild card Wednesday rabbit hole.
WWWR.
Willie's
That's like
wild card
roar.
Wednesdays.
You're right. We'll work on it. You know, it's not set in stone.
Yeah, you know.
That's a good idea, but the
Yeah, and the logo can be a little caterpillar.
Send your opinions to dudesplayground.org. Attention, Rich Melching.
Do you know Dude's Playground?
No.
That's our go-to.
Oh man, you got that's episode 3.
Okay.
His,
2?
his wife is her birthday is I think this weekend. Becky.
Oh, guess whose birthday's today? Reed Schilling's. Yeah,
What does he turn? 24?
I don't know. I just sent him a text because
26.
Facebook emailed me or something.
The second smallest shilling in the clan?
The No, he's the oldest shilling.
I didn't say oldest. I said smallest.
I don't know.
Right, you don't. Right.
I don't know.
I think they're all pretty much the same height.
Yeah, they're all
Pretty
short.
much.
They're all shorter than me.
Yeah.
I just like you looking confused and like.
Yeah. That's why I stick to wild cards. The other thing, so Sandra, I told Sandra that we have these rabbit holes. She goes, "I've never seen a rabbit hole. Like, that doesn't make sense, Willie." I'm like, "Okay, fine. Like, I don't know."
Speaking of holes.
Sounds like she's flirting with you.
So this construction that's going on D Road.
Yeah.
Have they made any progress on it? I mean, I haven't drove back there in a while. Like, it's been probably about 4 months. Last time I saw it,
Yeah, you're
it
talking
was
about
just,
Columbia?
yeah, Columbia, just completely sunk.
It got finished super fast. So
Really?
once they started, it got finished super fast. They put in 2 small culverts, and then they squared it off, so it looks odd from the
top. It looks weird.
Yeah, it looks weird. So what they did
To
is,
clarify, this is Valmeyer Road. This
Yeah.
is where the EPA, all this other bullshit got involved because the city was scared of finding arrowheads and all this other shit.
How do you know so much about it?
because I live right there. So sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
So
Yeah.
Willie's been to my house. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So my
when-
aunt lives up there. He lives up
Forever
there.
Yeah.
lives out there.
Yeah.
All right. A person who
Yeah,
lives
out
on the
there
actual
by
road.
out there by D Road and
D Road,
Valmeyer
Valmeyer Road.
Yeah, Dean Valmeyer Road.
What is
that
it?
area right there.
Some storage facility, but it's behind the
Yeah.
bowling alley, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, behind
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Yeah.
You're past that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're on.
So what happened was, for those that don't know, like the road basically collapsed. So there was so much water that came through. I think it's Car Creek. I think it's Car
Yeah.
Creek.
think
I'm
so,
not gonna be
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And so there's so much water that goes through there, then it goes over the underpass to that farmer's field. So right where Valmeyer Road, wherever for the people from Valmeyer go, there's an overpass right there, and so that was always backed up. And so it just every time we had heavy rains, it would just get higher and higher. That eroded the side of the road to the point where then the asphalt started collapsing. So Columbia's answer was, or the county, I don't know who, don't yell at me. They started just fixing by putting top layers on it. As you
Yeah.
all know,
Yeah.
that's a
Poured
temporary
gravel
fix.
on. They
that
did all
won't last
kinds
long
of
at all. And
things.
then it just started, all of a sudden, you would see it would drop 6 inches. And you would see literally, it would just drop. It was just wild to see, like half the road. And then one day, it just collapsed.
They've
Again,
been,
so-
they've
Kind of like
dealing with that.
kind of
for
like the bank at my house with
Yeah.
the creek. Same thing.
So meanwhile,
minus the
There's no
crazy
road.
amount of traffic.
Yeah,
that goes
yeah,
through.
there's no
It's
road,
a major
but-
road.
yeah.
so all
And
this
it's
is
been
happening.
fucked up for a while.
All this is happening while they're redoing the overpass up the road. So that spent like 6-8 months to redo all of that. So
Yeah.
I told my wife, I go, I bet you the same, they got to fix that first before they can fix this.
Yep.
So, and then this, all of a sudden, so it was that way for probably a full year.
It was taking a while.
It was empty, no work on it for a full year. They shut
Yeah,
it down,
yeah.
and so
it was just
and
through
then,
traffic only.
through traffic only. And then all of a sudden, when they got started pretty quick, and they widened it, and they put 2 culverts in. They threw some soil on top, threw some sod, and then put some rock. I'm sorry, what do you call it? The
Riprap.
landscape, the riprap. They put the riprap up there, and then just right there though, they didn't fix anything else down below.
Oh, wow.
So what happened was, with all the heavy rains we've been having, it filled up. Both culverts filled up to the top, and then naturally, I think by design,
They have it going over
It went
the
on the
sides
side,
there.
and then I think what they did was smart. I think they purposely, Willie, said by design it's going to flood into that park.
Yeah.
So right adjacent to that is a park, and on the back of that park is another subdivision.
Is that what the soccer fields are? And
That's further down.
That's-
This is
that's
another.
north
Yeah,
of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, so I think it naturally the water went where it was supposed to, where it was designed to go, which is inside of that park, which no one, it just people just walking. People that live in that subdivision use it, but that's about it.
Yeah, but those people in that subdivision won't be affected.
No,
Because
absolutely not.
over on the other side in Gadurns,
Yeah.
when that park floods, they're
That's right.
affected.
They're affected. That's right.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
how much of that road actually got washed out
Oh,
before
all-
they started?
all of it.
All of it.
All of it. Yeah.
Oh.
There was
They
impact.
blocked it off.
They
fast.
blocked it off, and then
They were
remember
like,
somebody
no,
on Facebook.
No one can even go down here.
Yeah, somebody put on Facebook that archaeological dig site sign, which is
Yes.
hilarious. I thought that was whoever did that. Funniest thing I've seen in forever.
I laughed for at least
I did too.
4 or 5
Every
days.
time I drove by it, I laughed. I always thought that someone would tear it down from the county. They never did. They left it up. I was so proud of them.
Well, the county has a sense
Oh,
of
I think they do.
They have other things to worry about.
Yeah. So when I drove there this morning, because I worked remotely, but today I had to go into work, and so when I drove through there, it was completely normal. It was high, but there was no flooding.
The one thing I
whatsoever.
noticed there was a tree across those pipes.
It did, yeah.
Which
I
just
did.
blew my mind a
So
little.
they're going to have to clean that out. They're going to
Yeah.
have to get used to that.
Yeah.
I was hoping that the city or the county would send someone during the flooding so they could see it. Like, hey, let's see our design
Take a
in
picture
action.
of it.
Well, there's enough on Facebook. There's enough
Yeah.
people that put
God
they put
bless.
videos, they put everything.
But as a homeowner, you observed it and you're like, okay, this
I thought it was fine.
I
They
see
fixed
it's
it.
going to work.
I understood the way it was
Not
designed.
100%
but-
done, but
Right. I think,
get-
you
you feel like they have done their due diligence. And
Well,
it's
they
going to
spent
fix the problem.
6 months engineering it,
Yeah.
coming up with
I
a
think they
plan.
got the state involved,
I mean,
too.
oh yeah,
they
had.
got the
I
state
don't
involved.
think very many people in our community understand
No.
that.
Oh,
was,
it was a
that
big
road
deal.
was gone. That
It was
a
all
big
that
deal.
shit needed
Yeah.
to do.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, they shut it down.
Yep.
And they're like,
Yeah.
Then they
what's
had to
going on?
rebuild that whole side up
And then they
because
had
they'd wiped it out.
Yep, and they had to do a study of what
Yep.
are we going to do, but it took a long time.
It took a long time. And then what they did when you got further down before you got to the overpasses, they added riprap in a couple other
Yep.
areas. If they would, I'm surprised they just didn't kind of straighten it out because there's
I
a lot
agree.
of turns.
I agree.
And so I think, when that fills up, that water is naturally going to go somewhere. So it's going to back up and then it's going to go into that park. And I think that was what they wanted to do.
Yeah.
Versus coming into the
Road.
road.
Yeah. Yeah, they did the right thing there.
Was that city or county?
So I don't know.
That's
City.
Maybe somebody watching can tell us.
I think
I've
it's
seen a
city.
lot of city
I think
trucks
it's
down
city
there.
because of the city park there.
I don't know.
So I
Yeah.
think
But
it
I
was
also
mostly.
saw county.
Yeah, so
vehicles there
when you
too.
go up the hill,
I guess you got to talk.
there's a road there's a sign right there that says now entering city limits.
Yes.
So there's
So
that
it's-
stretch of road that the county doesn't want to own because it doesn't, or the city doesn't want to own
It's
because
the
it doesn't
same-
generate tax dollars.
It's the
and
same
then all of a sudden,
bullshit.
there's the Pine subdivision. We want that money, and then they do that.
It's the same bullshit as Country Club Lane. Same bullshit.
Same bullshit, different town.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if it snows or
Same county.
if it's
Same
snows,
county. No, it's
No.
same county. It's all Monroe.
Is that?
It's all Monroe.
Hey, are you in Monroe?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we're
it's
Monroe.
all Monroe.
Yeah, we're Monroe.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Monroe.
Yep.
Same
Same
county.
exact thing as Country
Different
Club Lane.
scenarios, same county.
Yeah, but see, in that thing though, in all that area, that can never be developed. That ground is undevelopable.
100%.
But where Sandra is, so I don't know if you've listened to Sandra Danahold's podcast or anything like that. So where she is, all of that's developable and whatever word that makes sense. But
Where Sandra's,
so
where Sandra's,
Sandra's-
at, that's primo.
do you know where
development land in the county.
you know where Dobbs is
Yep.
in Waterloo,
Yep.
and so where Rose Lane cuts across that, and
Yep.
they make Northwind subdivision. So they want that road to go out across that farm field,
Okay.
and then come down to Rogers Street.
Okay.
And then Rogers Street will come up, and they'll make a 90-degree road to go to Country Club Lane there.
Okay.
Well, Sandra Danhold was on the podcast. She's publicly telling everybody that this is not a good idea. The county, it's all county. The county is trying to build that road and all that excessive amount of shit. Well, then they also are footing the bill to the city. So somehow the city is going to pay for a county road, all that jazz. So it's the
Sounds
same
like
exact
government math.
thing,
Yeah.
but a different town, a little bit longer road. And the biggest difference though is that in Columbia that ground's not developable.
Correct.
But here in Waterloo that's developable. And then from talking,
that's a huge difference, Willie.
well,
What
yeah,
he's
sorry,
talking
it is a
about
big. There's a lot of money
There was
in
roads like
yeah, but seeing that's
The
I think
infrastructure
if
when
you-
the infrastructure collapses is a different thing than
well,
than
see, and I
rezoning
think-
something.
I think the
Or
thing
in
though
the
is that
domain
in
and-
Columbia, the reason why they took so long to figure it out and they investigated it is because there was no money paying for it. If you were to, there's no taxes revenue. You're not raising taxes on something like that whenever it fails like that. You're not gonna generate more money by fixing it. Like there's no
I think they got a grant.
positive
or,
outcome.
I think they got something.
I think they did. Yeah.
But
But with Waterloo,
going out there,
This resident was fine with it. I think it was fine. I understood the design.
it made sense.
But
yeah.
I know some people on Facebook are like, look, it didn't work. But,
It-
you can't... we live in this age now of extreme weather patterns, so you can't plan for every single... You're going to have 100 year floods every 2 years. That's just the way it is now. It's
saw-
what it feels like, right?
Yeah.
I saw
So,
something on
yeah.
the news about where was it? It had to be in the Carolinas. They were saying that they've had 100-year floods every 2 years now.
Yeah.
And they are just like, look, like our insurance policies don't cover this shit anymore. Like our businesses can't keep up with this. Like our cities can't keep, like, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, the insurance industry in the whole is not sustainable.
No.
There's no way they can
It-
afford
it
it.
never
After the
was.
California wildfires, I mean,
Right.
dude,
But that-
blew that whole wide
But
open.
that guy on the JB Bridge that owns all that farm ground to the left or
Yeah.
right, he keeps planting that shit every year.
Yeah.
Twice a year it floods.
Yep.
And
Smells like fish every time I drive by.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
And I smell money also, because I know he's collecting that probably that government funds for that. Hey, it flooded. Okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
but see, so
Son of a bitch.
from what I've been
You're
told,
right.
when I was in Kentucky, there's farmers that have ground on the Ohio River, and they self-insure the ground that's floodable.
Right.
So
wait, what do you mean they self-insure?
if it goes under, they pay to put new seed on it. They don't insure it. So there's
Well, that's not self. Well, I guess.
no.
I
So
guess
you're
insured it is, but
it's
just
self
saying,
in a roundabout way.
insurance,
It's
you
self.
just self-pay the fucking loss.
Yeah, but so like they don't
Dude.
have the availability of that insurance on that ground because it's flood prone. So I don't know.
Willie, how many times watching the news, sitting in Waterloo, Illinois, do you see, oh, the rain's coming, the St. Louis, Lowell, they flooded. How many years do you see that on the news of, yeah, they got flooded again. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we had no
There's
idea.
no difference.
Motherfucker, it's flooded.
How much rain did you have
every
your
third
house?
year
How much did you have rain
for
at your
30 goddamn
Oh,
days.
yeah.
Like, come on. Fucking move.
It's funny that they made the decision to move all of Valmar right after the flood of '93, and
Yeah.
so But then
Well, have
there's
you-
other areas where they're like, no, we'll just keep on.
Yeah, it's
Have you heard about the Gaderns and stuff up there in Columbia?
Yeah.
They rezoned all that as a flood zone.
I didn't know
Wait.
Yeah, not Gaderns Village. I think is what it is.
There's two Gaderns.
I think it's
are
Gaderns
two.
There's
Village.
two Gaderns.
Gaderns Village, the one where the roundabout is.
They sit on the hill, though.
No,
I mean, the bridges.
The original
and
Gadern or the newer one?
the newer one.
Okay.
So
That's in a floodplain.
what I was told by a customer
Which is
that
right next to Frankie Farms, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
old
Yeah.
Frankie Farm.
The
Yeah.
old Frankie Farm.
Yeah. But which would be, what's that subdivision called from the,
It's Wilson Hills, because I lived there. You had Wilson Hills subdivision,
okay.
Car Creek right here. Then you had Frankie Farm, and then that turned into the subdivision of, somebody will tell us.
Yeah.
And then you have Gadern, the new Gadern, and then old Gadern.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then you got the Briar Lakes
Yeah.
across the
and-
street.
and the
Yeah, Briar
Quarry
Lakes is
Road,
across,
That's
yeah,
right,
yeah,
Quarry
so,
Lake, and-
yeah, man, what's that new subdivision called? I don't remember that name.
Werning. starts
Yeah,
with W.
Burnings,
Yeah,
Burnings,
that's it, yeah.
Wernings.
Yep.
Yeah, so
That's,
not
they
those
named it. I didn't even know that. So,
Burnings. Yeah, so not that subdivision, but the new Gaderns
Yep.
on that other side of it with the bigger homes. I had a customer tell me that their homeowner's insurance doubled because FEMA or
somebody
whatever came
rezoned
in and
it.
rezoned it as a flood zone.
Oh my gosh! For what?
They flooded last year.
But
Not
where,
the
from
houses,
where?
but the creek and all that stuff backed up.
Car Creek flood. That's Car Creek, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it all
That
flooded.
flooded.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, all that floods regularly though. They just didn't investigate it until a couple of years ago.
Car Creek
I think
does not flood regularly.
No.
Once, maybe.
Every 2 years now though, because of the 100-year regulation.
I'm not sure.
Remember the
How does that happen? Does a homeowner say, "I got flooded again, and I'm going to report
I
it"?
wanna say
so
that-
somebody kind of it goes up the chain.
Unless it's
I want to say a
listed
lot
in
of
a
people had
floodplain.
water loss claims in their basement, and they failed to say that it was any other reason besides the rain.
What do you think the average cost per house
Oh shit!
in that subdivision is?
Homeowners insurance or
No, just the average cost per house.
150 grand.
no?
400,000.
No, I'm thinking 800 or
No, it's not that high.
Jeez.
Really?
Where? Wait a minute. A
No
Gadern or
fucking
Werning?
way.
the old Gaderns.
Oh, the old
old
Gadern's is
Or no, the
easily-
new Gaderns.
Sure,
The new
maybe some, but
New
400
Gaderns
to
is
500,000.
no.
I'm-
New Gaderns is pushing $1 million.
Oh no, I don't know if it's that
No,
much. I think it's probably
no,
6 to
no.
7. Probably
Yeah, that sounds about
6
right.
to 7.
Okay.
On the high side.
it just seems so cheap. But
Still, we're talking about $500,000.
Briar Lakes is, I think, more expensive than that.
It's insane.
no,
Houses
what's
you
the
sell
other
are
one?
$250,000.
Billingers.
Billingers, the one with all the little
Billingers
copper
insane.
children that freaks me out every time I ride by there. The little copper statues looking at me.
Billinger's insane. Those lots sell for $50,000.
I don't think people realize how much money there is in Monroe County.
Oh,
So there's farmers' money,
We've talked about
right? There's farmers' money, and then there's just new rich money that people have come in that build these big giant houses.
Top 10 GDP in the
It's
state.
it's right underneath
I mean,
Chicago.
We fluctuate
Yeah.
a lot.
I believe it.
Always
I
in
believe
the
it.
top 10.
I believe it.
Per capita, I think we are top 3.
Really?
Yeah, well, because we're such a small town, we have so much money.
Well,
Compare that to Chicago, I mean, they have a lot more people, and
A lot more.
we're definitely top 3 taxed.
Yes.
Right?
That
Cook
too.
County, like Madison County,
Champaign.
and then probably St. Clair or Monroe, we probably flip-flop.
I don't
Because
think-
O'Fallon, Illinois, they're taxed a lot higher now than
Yes.
or Edwardsville.
Yeah.
O'Fallon is,
yeah.
but-
I'd say
Collinsville's too.
4 or 5. Yeah.
So, living in a community like this comes at a cost. And, and people, well, why don't you move to Missouri or something like that? But, there's a reason
See,
why
okay.
we want to stay here.
So I got a wild card for you.
When
So
I call the cops, I
another
want to
thing
show
we've
up.
done with a little bit of digging into the news and everything. So you read in the paper, there's a new residential incentive for Monroe County residents that are in Hecker, Valmeyer, and maybe one other town. I think it's Hecker and Valmeyer. And then it's a Monroe Randolph is it Monroe Randolph Development Committee or something like that? And so Hecker gets an incentive, Valmeyer gets an incentive, Ruma gets an incentive, and then like one other small town in Randolph County gets an incentive. But all of that is funded by the taxes paid on the solar farms in Randolph County.
Incentive for what?
Yeah.
New residential builds. So you get a $5,000 residential build incentive. So if you were to build a new home in Valmeyer or Hecker, you would get $5,000 as an incentive to do that.
And
from
that's
the
to help
government.
that community grow.
Correct,
Right.
I understand that. but
Versus coming to Waterloo or
Monroe
Columbia.
County is being
Yeah.
funded by Randolph County's demise
Okay.
of building
It's
solar
similar
farms.
to any town giving businesses a tax incentive to.
And I agree, but if it's built within the town, like the Beautification Act, it's from gambling machines in Monroe County in the city of Waterloo.
Yeah.
City of Columbia gets that, city of Waterloo gets that, but for it to be sourced from outside of the county is a little bit of a far
It's odd.
stretch to
It's
me.
odd.
It's odd.
That's a far stretch. Because Monroe County has yet to have a solar farm, and yet those incentives are being funded by solar farm taxes. So it's weird that it's funded from another county. That it's like, it's just weird.
Counties can work together, right?
I agree, but what other counties do you know work together? Do the 3 counties that make up Chicago work together? Or however
they have
many-
to, I think.
Dude.
That's the top half of the state. I don't know much about that.
No, I don't know anything north
No,
of
me neither.
64. So.
Yeah, anything north of Mount Olive to me is Chicago.
Yeah.
No, scratch that. Anything
No,
north of
Mount
Collinsville
Olive.
to me is Chicago.
Mount Olive.
I draw the line
my
at Springfield.
my brother's
yeah.
wife is from Mount Olive.
No, I thought his brother's wife's from. You told me Alhambra or
They're-
Hamel. Hamel.
They live there.
How do
now.
I know where he lives?
They live in
But-
Hamel now,
Okay.
but she's from Mount Olive.
Okay.
I don't know how you
I-
remember that. That's insane.
You and I remember things.
Yeah.
I remember things.
Yeah.
I wish I had your guys' memory. That's for
Well,
sure.
when you got here, you said, "Oh my gosh, I have a story about Bob Lunk. It's been eating at me." and I've
Oh,
been
it was the
waiting."
cruise story. Sorry, I already told it. It was the cruise story.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, I
was
mean
great.
that
We're
was
gonna have to
shocking.
cut that
That
out.
was the
We're
yeah.
gonna have to
You'll
cut
have to
that
cut
out
that
and add it
out.
to the
I'm
beginning
sorry.
of the
I'm
cruise
sorry.
story.
I remember.
You
it,
gave
I
me a
heard it.
natural lead into it, and so I
Cruise
kind of
story's
went with
gonna
it
be real.
and told
I
it.
thought
So
there was a.
no, it's no crazier than that. Than him answering my service call in the middle of a cruise with his wife
on his vacation.
on his vacation.
First vacation he's
Yeah.
taken.
Now, honestly, if it was true Bob Lunk, he should have cut his cruise short and come to my house and fixed it. That would have been true Bob Lunk. But instead,
I think
I had
that-
to deal with his sons. But I was happy with it. I'm sorry I led you up into bigger things.
No. Bob chartered a helicopter. He
That
flew
would have been
in.
good.
Private jet.
I got you, man.
He's
Pumps
got
in some Freon.
He's got
jumps back in
his
the
tropical
helicopter.
wear on. He's like, I'll be done in a second.
I think
ropes
Bob
it.
Lunk. Hey, we may not want to say this on the podcast, but Bob Lunk for Christmas, we need to get him a Hawaiian shirt with his face on it.
Oh yeah, we can. They sell the print ones.
Yeah, I made
Which
them.
Hawaiian shirt do I have with their face on it right now?
Aaron Scholl.
That's Aaron Scholl. Okay.
Yeah,
I found
I got
that in my
that.
closet the other day, by the way, and I'm like, who the fuck is on this Hawaiian
Mine's
shirt?
still in the wrapping paper.
Yeah, I took it
Oh,
out.
that's
cannot
and
wait
hung
to
it
bust
up.
that out.
Yeah, Reed took mine whenever they had a gig they had a gig on his birthday, and Reed took mine, and I was like, okay, but like I'm the one that organized all this, and I don't have my own shirt now.
Right.
Damn it! Now I'm going to give you mine.
No, it's too big for me. I have a.
Ouch!
I think I have
a runway model. Fuckers.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
They had to make custom shirts for me, you know.
You're lucky I don't have feelings, or they would have just. Been
I want to circle back to how expensive the fucking houses are in this county.
Yeah, no shit.
And why is that? And I think it's just because people coming in, buying the houses, and then renting it out to people, and just jacking up the rent price to however much they feel like it, really.
Well, and so I talked to a guy. I had a customer that I talked to, and I will severely ignore his name because I don't want it on the podcast. But him and I had a kind of a bullshit conversation back and forth about Monroe County and young people not wanting to live in the county and the price of everything. And I looked at him and I said, you know, I had the choice of $300,000 on a house that I would have to clean and maintain and all this other stuff, or I had $300,000 on ground. And I chose ground because that's where I want to be. I don't have a wife or girlfriend. I want to be on the ground. And I said, think about all these other guys that are my buddies and friends and everything else. I said, they can't even afford the $300,000 house, the $300,000 house. He goes, well, why is that? I said, what? I said, first off, there isn't that many. And people are moving to town to find a cheaper home than St. Louis. So they're looking for cheaper housing, and Waterloo is a place of cheaper housing sometimes. I said, but it's not always the easiest way to do that either. And he goes, well, you know, it's y'all's fault. Like, well, you know, my wife and I, we saved our whole lives for what we got. I said, okay. I said, think about everybody that's my age right now. I said, we're not saving anything because we're having to pay a premium for the house that we want right now in the first place. I said, so you're 70 years old and you've got all this saving and you can continue to live until you pass. I said, but you running your mouth to me telling me that you have this savings that you've had your whole life, well, we're burning it in a minute to buy this house in this town that we grew up in because of your prices. And he kind of backed away from the argument, but I don't think Monroe County understands the demise they're doing to the people that want to live here.
Yeah, I think what you're alluding to is that there's probably a lack of diversity in housing within Monroe County. So in other words, I don't mind that there's high-end houses here, but if we want to be a true community, then and not a Clayton or a Ladue type of thing, then we should have equal amount of, I'm not saying government HUD housing, but I'm saying we should have, you know,
smaller houses,
affordable housing,
one bedroom
with a mix of apartments, some hourly motel. No, I'm just kidding. So, but I think
those are there.
Are they?
No,
Not anymore.
And so I think one of the things you pointed to was that there seems to be something about, I don't know if it's everyone in this generation, but they don't want to do what I did and maybe what you did, which was I started off small. And then I sold that house. And then I got bigger. And then I sold that house. And then I got bigger.
Yeah,
and now I'm living where I'm at. So
right.
my kids grew up and they're like, well, I grew up with this size of house and this quality of house. I can't go to this. And they're kind of a little spoiled.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, I want to go straight to the top now.
We've said this on the podcast, I think.
You can't do that, man. You gotta build up.
I think with your mom, we talked about that.
We did.
We talked about growing up in a 2-bedroom, 1-bath kind of situation. You know, it's like, well, I can't share a fucking bathroom with my sister. Well, god dang it, like, you know.
You will if the rent's $1,200 cheaper.
Right.
You know,
That's
you will if it's cheaper, like, you know, and but the other thing goes back to the economy has not been in that big of a stress to force that.
And the
Since
kids,
2008.
as us growing up in that, we were like, oh my God, this is freaking amazing. My sister shared a bedroom. We had a 3-bedroom house. Mom and Dad got a room. I got a room because I was a boy. My sister shared a room. We had one hall bathroom. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, we were
living up.
Luxury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I remember the same thing.
But when we got the house that had 2 bathrooms, I mean, that was even more. But when you grow up, I have 3 bathrooms, my own bedroom, I got a mini fridge, and the pool's out back, and we got 10 acres. This is what everybody has, right?
That's right.
Eventually, yes, if you work your ass off, struggle, make sacrifices, and make choices.
But when you're raising a family in that kind of a house,
they're just expecting, like, why don't we have that? Why don't we have that house that I grew up in? Like, because your mom and dad sacrificed more than you're willing to. Maybe. I'm not saying that's the case for everyone. I'm just saying maybe.
Thinking about it now, the kids that I know that are, I don't know what the right word, well-grounded, their mom and dad had a house with a pool with Audis, Cadillacs, whatever, but they live in a 1-bedroom, 1-bath apartment right now.
That's
like,
very rare.
They are the ones that are, they are the people that, coming from Monroe County, those are the people that I would be willing to be friends with. Whether they have money or not, I don't care. But they're also the ones that have the respect both ways.
Yeah.
And because they didn't choose to say, oh, I have to have a 5-bedroom house right out of college. Like, they know they don't need it.
So then, do you think the housing prices in Monroe County are attracting the right kind of people?
No. 100% not.
Well,
100%.
the blue collar, which I think is what Monroe County started as, I think is definitely dying away.
Yeah, they moved to Redbud or across the
Well,
bridge.
see, even then though, like I have like my friend that was living in New Athens. Well, they're like, well, we just need a cheaper home to live in.
Yeah.
Okay, New Athens is cheap compared to Waterloo. Okay, well, it's cheaper than Redbud. It's cheaper than Linsville. It's cheaper than Marissa. It's cheaper than, so it's like, okay, where the fuck do you move? Like, and looking at the market, like, how is anywhere else more expensive than New? How are all these prices comparable? Because like, all of these places are very different. Like, how is that?
But it's also a double-edged sword too. Yes, it is expensive to live here, but the people who are living here, you can also make enough money off of to live in a surrounding area that's still within 20 minutes drive of the towns that you don't have to go to St. Louis. You don't have to go to Fenton, O'Fallon, Edwardsville. You don't have to go there. The money's here if you can find the right business model to placate to those people. You can't live here. I get that. But there's plenty of towns in the area. Millstadt, Redbud,
Smithton,
Valmeyer.
That's a good cheap town.
I like Smithton.
Dude, there's plenty of cheap.
there.
Waterloo, Columbia, yes. Per capita.
Freeburg, too, along the same lines.
Yeah.
Freeburg, agreed. But
Freeburg's
but it's expensive to live here. If you can do it, great. But I would rather attract the people who have that kind of crazy money, because then I can live on the outskirts, still be close to my town, not have to go over there.
I go to Columbia to work.
That's my opinion. It's not everyone's opinion. I'm sure. Dudesplayground.org. Attention, Rich Melching, for all the hate mail. Thank you.
Well, but so there's businesses I know from Redbud. They go they're like Sparta side of Redbud. They work in Columbia because there's money in Columbia.
That's where the money is.
All right. Well,
and
the other side of that sword, and I don't. The psychographics of it are pretty simple. Dupo, great. You work there. You're just as hardworking as me or you.
Yeah.
But your clientele doesn't have the capital or the.
They don't have the money.
They don't have the money.
Which blows my mind.
Correct. So
because they're
you can still live there and work a town that's 20 minutes away that has
Columbia's
quadruple.
Columbia's 5.
Columbia Heights.
If you were to live in Dupo,
there's people with money there that are good people that.
Yeah.
But
it's the type of money, though.
It's the type of fucking
blue collar money. People tend to hold on to their money more because they understand the value of how hard it was to earn it.
They're willing to do it themselves versus pay someone to do it.
I know the labor it takes to earn $20.
That's right. Those that, what is the old saying for the lottery winners out there? You will never, you won't respect what you don't earn.
Yeah.
And that's why majority of the lottery winners lose it within 5 years.
Yeah.
Because you didn't earn that money. You don't understand what it takes to build it.
Yeah.
Same with business owners, right?
Yeah.
You don't understand earning that $5 or that $10 that you charge me is a lot different than if you worked for a corporation. You just feel differently about it because you know the blood, sweat, and tears it took to earn that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry,
and the market
No, you're
you live
100%
in,
right.
you're allowed to skew your rates accordingly.
But it's
Yeah.
exact same
A
situation.
guy who can hang a ceiling fan in Dupo is not going to get the same money you can hang a ceiling fan in Waterloo.
It's no different than going the other way towards
Twice as
Chester.
much, bro.
I mean, it's no different than going towards Chester too. I mean, it's
I know.
the same.
It's psychopathic.
I think that's any industry, right?
Any
Yeah.
industry.
Yeah.
Cobbling's no different.
My mom and dad in Kentucky, to find somebody that'll do handyman work is insane because everybody does everything themselves.
Right.
So if you move down there to retire because it's cheaper, to find somebody to do the things that you have money to pay somebody to do is, lo and behold, it's none. Like, I mean, there's nobody there. Because
And actually,
everybody
down
does
there,
it.
they're probably like so friendly. They were like, "No, we'll help you."
Yeah, we'll help you.
Here,
we're gonna be
we got some
neighborly.
wood in the shed. You
Yeah,
need a
we'll
tractor?
help you.
It's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
No, and that's my neighbors.
Let's take a napkin and let's just get it.
Yeah, my parents' neighbors, they do that shit to them all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly
you,
right.
You can work for mad respects or money, and
Supper.
either way,
They'll make you supper. The one thing I was told when I moved to Kentucky was that if you're working on somebody's equipment and they offer you supper, don't say no because they will take offense to it, no matter what. Doesn't matter if you have 10 other things to do.
I think that's a
Doesn't matter.
universal
that's
thing.
universal,
Yeah.
bro.
No, I'm,
So that's,
If a
that's
person-
I've never had somebody in Monroe County offer me supper.
What,
Yes.
Really?
dude?
They'll pay for my lunch, but
No,
they'll give me a tip for lunch. They
no.
won't offer
You've
me
never had
supper.
anyone be like, "Hey, I made some hamburgers. We got them on the grill."
Yeah,
Here
maybe
you go."
like really close friends, but that's it.
Okay.
Well, okay, that's
interesting.
not none.
No.
You said no.
Yeah, but like
It's
I'm saying,
ever.
like willy nilly, like straight customer, straight business kind of thing.
All right, you hear that? That's a challenge. It sounds like a
Oh,
challenge to me.
damn, the first client
You
that
have
can
people
offer
offer-
Willie
Seriously.
lunch.
Yes.
You have people offer you supper when you clean their home.
No.
Yes, I have. I've been asked to sit down. Hey, you want a sandwich? You want water? You want some
I
chips?
do have a customer that offers me a sandwich. That's lunch though.
So what are you looking for? A filet
Not,
mignon?
and not,
No, but I
not in
mean-
the cleaning world, but in the construction world, absolutely.
But it's
I've
more
done
like
work
it's more
for
like when
many
I
a
show up
farmer.
at noon to
They're,
work.
they're getting out of the fields. This is old school way. Of
Yeah,
thinking.
yeah, but
The
it
moms
is.
are making the lunch.
That's right.
Hey,
You're
there's
there,
3
you're
people.
working-
Let's knock them
You're
in.
not in the fields, but you're
yeah.
working in the barn.
Oh, my mom.
Fuck yeah, get some
Yeah,
lemonade.
come on in. Yeah.
My mom and dad
There's
hired the
homemade
Amish to
pickles
build their
and
shed.
salsa.
Yeah, my mom and dad hired the
Don't be
Amish to build their
shy.
shed. They built a 40 person buffet for them. My mom and dad made lunch for them every day. They were there for 6
So,
or
yes.
7 days.
Cleaning houses, yeah, a drink or a chip
Yeah.
or a snack, sure,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I get that.
But we've also done back in the day initial deep cleans, one-time cleans. The homeowner's like, I got pizza for the whole crew. You know, that's
that
happened
kind
too.
of thing, yeah, yeah.
But more in the construction field, more when I was working in the rural
Yeah.
clients. They're like,
And
we're,
see, I'm
we're
not
eating lunch
doing-
anyways. Come
I'm
on.
not doing big projects, so I think it's kind of a quick and easy conversation.
What is
to-
the wildest thing you've ever been offered in exchange for money?
Oh, nothing. I haven't.
Seriously? No one's
Yeah.
ever done?
Nothing crazy yet.
No one's-
I used to repo cars, and
Really?
and I got offered all kinds of weird stuff. So that's why
Damn.
no one's ever.
No, I mean, I shy that shit away from the beginning. Like, I won't do
But
anything.
during the
That's so-
negotiation process, they
I've
don't
had
say
someone
like.
try to pay me in silver before, and I accepted it.
Oh, I was going to say 100%.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I would-
I'll take that over cash any day.
Any day.
Any day.
Yeah.
Like, I'll even
No,
give you a
most
better
of
rate.
it's-
Because chances are they don't even understand what they're giving you anyway. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Most of it's I mean, cash is the best thing people can offer,
Okay.
but nothing crazy.
No one's exchanged and said. I had speaking of VR, I had
I
someone.
probably can't speak about some stories on the podcast.
Right. I had some people
I-
ask for. I'll give you two. I have 2 VRs for this boot that you're selling on eBay. I was like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want it.
Trade
It's like
barter.
that- yeah, no.
I've done many. Hey, I'll do this for
Yeah,
this, or
yeah, right.
hey, I need that carburetor, or I need that tire.
That's the
or,
way it used to be.
Just the other day, I actually offered a buddy of mine a gold coin for a gun of his. He's like,
Okay.
no, I don't think I want to sell it.
Wait,
I'm like, okay,
what
well,
buddy?
hey, let
What
me
gun? David.
know. No, Tristan, and I can't say
All right.
what kind of gun on
Well,
there.
you can. You just can't.
Oh, it's an
Well, you don't have to-
AK-47.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can
have to
totally
edit it
say
out.
it.
That's all.
It's an
As
AK-47.
long as you didn't purchase
Romanian.
it,
No.
because it's illegal in the state of Illinois.
To sell it.
He legally owns it, so it's different.
He
think it's
legally
illegal to
owns
own
it, but
it,
you
too.
cannot
Even though the
legally
sheriff
purchase
said.
it.
Even though the sheriff said, I don't care. I'm not gonna get involved.
He doesn't want to sell it though, and I'm like, man, just give me a number, something. Like, just something I can work towards. He's like, nah, I'll let you know when I'm wanting to sell.
Make him
Okay,
supper.
cool.
He might give it to you.
You can't even leave. Can you? You can't even get an FFL to buy it in here, ship it here, can you?
No, you can't.
I'd
No,
have to have
my
a
dad's
Missouri
child.
buddy
Which
give
is
it to
why-
me for Christmas,
You'd
basically.
have to, yeah.
We're gonna edit this part out, right?
Yeah.
Which is why I'm never gonna sell mine.
Good.
I got one sitting in the daycare.
I don't even
so
know
I
who you
can't-
guys are.
Yeah, I'm never selling mine ever. I bought it before. It's a, how do you say it? Saga, S-A-G. Saga. Yeah, that's the one I got, and so I'll never sell it. May not be the best brand, but it's good enough for me.
I have a few older firearms that as well that they came into my possession before
My
the
dad-
wall came down.
Yeah, if
And
you ever...
nobody ever knows
If
that
you
I
ever
do
get a
those.
wild hair and you and Brandy want to go on a road trip in the Jeep over the summer, you ought to go to my parents' house. My dad's gun safe room's as big as this room.
I would
that
have
would
it.
be.
And
I would
it's
be.
full.
That. Oh my god.
For the
that would be-
record,
Man.
Brandy is not a gun aficionado.
No, but my mom can entertain her in the garden or whatever bullshit. You know, with the Amish or something.
Ooh,
So hold on.
I
Let's
mean,
go
I'm
around and
with
say
you,
what our
man.
favorite
Yeah.
dream gun to own would be.
Oh, God.
See, I mean,
Oh man, that's kind of.
legally though. You mean not bazookas, not tanks, not machine guns.
Well,
wanna
not
publicly
legally
say-
in the state of Illinois. So
I don't want
just-
to publicly
I-
say that.
that's
I'll be...
pretty much everything.
Mine
Somebody's
was-
going to be coming after me.
I'm a lefty, so first of all, that did. So I would probably want a blackout. I like the blackouts. Always have. I don't know why. Probably just a blackout 223. It's probably not the best gun, but that's probably what I've always wanted one.
Yeah.
a bar.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
No, that's I totally get that. I totally understand the attraction behind that.
Automatic 30
I mean,
6.
hello, yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah, I have one.
Mine's an
World War
M1
II
Garand
kind
with a
of
sniper scope.
era.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I've always been in love with the P90s.
Really?
I get that.
FNP.
Alright.
It's because Browning and FN are the same
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I grew up with
Solid
Dad's
gun.
FN
Yeah.
magazines,
Weird
and so I
cartridge.
always wanted, like, just that. I don't know. It's just like a very like stocky looking like enforcement gun. Like
Yeah.
people wouldn't expect you to
Yep.
pull that shit out of the back seat.
Yep.
But I've been with customers. They have those tucked in behind the tractor seat. You can fit those.
P90s?
Holy
Yeah.
shit!
What?
That is crazy.
I have a guy that
Is that
uses
for wolves?
he uses it for shooting coyotes.
Wow.
Swear to God.
Lying ass.
I swear to
Of
God.
all the things you can kill with a
Swear
coyote,
to
that's
God.
what they choose.
I swear to God.
Coyote.
They
Swear.
get Swiss cheese at the
Yeah.
end.
Jesus
I swear.
Christ, with a 5.
Because I got in the tractor before he was in it to do work.
Yeah.
And I go, holy fuck, there's a fucking P90 back here. Like, is this okay? And he's like, yeah, no big deal. I use
Just
it for
don't
coyotes."
touch
I'm
it.
Like, yeah.
He doesn't use it for
I was like,
coyotes.
I'm gonna have to move it.
doubt.
Like, I'm
He
gonna
uses
move
it
this.
to keep his people in line.
No. Yeah, but yeah. So it's
Yeah, edit this
But-
whole part out.
It's like the farmer bringing out the 30
No, I
cows.
swear. Oh, yeah.
That is
What do we got? We got hogs, we got
Hey,
deer.
if you
what
were
do
to
we
My
got?
combine's broken, no problem.
Yeah.
Here's my gambling gun.
If you were to sell a rifle mount to mount a rifle on the edge of a combine
Yeah,
or a
yeah.
tractor, you'd make millions. Because the farmers would buy that shit just to have it. They'd put it in every single one of their tractors. Every farmer's got 10 tractors.
Except for Illinois
Yeah.
and California and New York.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Those are-
during the
Those are totally illegal in almost every
during the
state.
Obama scare? I remember I went and bought. I got lucky and I got I secured a case of Magpul, 12, the 10 round, whatever the full mag, the banana mag, right? And I sold those on gunbroker.com for mega money.
Yeah.
Because everyone was scared because they thought they were all going to get banned.
Yeah.
And I just, again, it goes back to that side hustle thing that I mentioned. And I'm always thinking about, I don't need, I think it's the chase. Right?
It is.
I'm not allowed to chase women anymore because I'm married, so I might as well. What else can I chase? And I think it's
Chase
the chase.
money.
I think it's chase money. Yeah.
Yeah, even the 7.62 and the
Yeah.
2000s
Yes.
when
Yeah.
you could buy a bag of 1,000 for like $10,
Right.
all Russian
Yep.
7.62 model.
Yep.
I bought and sold.
So just to be clear, when am I cutting out? Like the past 5 minutes, or
Are we still recording?
yes?
What are we
We've been
talking-
recording the whole time.
Well, we cut out the former stuff probably.
Yeah,
For sure.
I have that. I
Yeah.
have that.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you, when it's all done, send it to us, and
Yeah.
we can send notes. We have at least 4 or 5 weeks until this is going to be released.
Yeah, we've got plenty of time to edit.
Just run through it.
Sounds like a plan.
Send the rough copy to us, and we can be like, probably not 1527.
Anything that says that we own anything in the state of Illinois is probably out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just send it over to you guys.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
That would,
awesome.
yeah. I would say I'd use you guys' best judgment, but Vicky Kerber would disagree. You
Don't ask him.
fucking
I thought
assholes.
it was a good job.
You guys both listened to the goddamn thing, and still Vicky Kerber never came up as that was the person I was talking about.
We didn't know that, no. Did you turn
Jesus
me in?
Christ.
Are we on still?
Yes, we're still on. I'm waiting for you to go back to your
We've
chair.
been talking. He's kept us on during the whole gun thing, so he's gonna edit it out.
Right.
Oh,
Listen, Magnum.
we're gonna edit out about 30 minutes.
Magnum's little brother.
It was great conversation. Maybe we ought to have a premium subscription podcast.
Oh.
That's where that goes. That's where that goes.
Oh.
We'll be like the Republic Times, where we're like $2-3 a month.
He's not just a pretty face. He's
That's
got
right.
ideas.
That's right.
He's
I think
got
that's good.
ideas.
That's it.
Good.
Dude,
If
We could
Spotify
do, like-
let us charge money.
I'd do that. I'd pay for that.
fucking Spotify.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'd find out if there's interest. For unfiltered.
I think so. I think there would be.
Where are we up to now?
I think we should just
We're
release the
not
whole
very-
thing without editing
we're
a
not very
single
high.
thing, but
You're 3,000 views?
no, like
no.
1,000.
About 1,000? Okay. So that's still respectable.
8,000. 1,000.
Okay, that's still respectable. 1,000 is better than 500. So.
Yeah.
Especially when we started with
Nothing.
nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, and we didn't even like tell people we were doing this. We just willy-nilly'd it. We didn't have like a structure we were sharing it on. Like we weren't using our businesses to push it. I mean, we just did it. And
I started an Instagram account called American Boot Collector, and all I do is post photos of boots. And it was
cow.
only 0 people, and then within 30 days it got to be about 100, and now I think I have 200
When you
now.
started, you were like, this is just kind of a joke.
bullshit.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
did it because I saw other people
Ooh,
doing it.
that's
Like
skunk.
30 people?
I saw other people doing it, and then these people have 3,000-4,000 followers, and all they do is post every single day, twice a day, pictures of their feet or the boots. That's it. That's all they do.
You're like,
I'll be honest with you. Are we filming? Are
Yes.
we on? Okay, so I'll be honest with you. How I wanted.
recording still, right?
No one told me to stop.
All right, don't stop this time because the last time you stopped,
We're already
last time you had to
ending
stop,
this
we had a
fucker.
good, we had a good conversation
No
going
one told me to
with
stop.
Willie talking about all that stuff.
No one told me to stop.
So what happened was, I didn't want to
I'm just
lose
here, man.
visibility into my boot journey,
all right.
right? And so I was like, I started selling more than I was bringing in. And so I would bring it in, I'd really like the boot, I'd fix it up, I'd sell it, I'd get rid of it. And then I was like, oh crap, I wonder what that looked like. So I was like, you know what? I'll just create an Instagram account and I'll keep that, and that's just for me. And if anybody else follows it, great. Well, then what happened was I started liking other people that doing the same thing, and then they started following me back. And next thing you know, I get to 110, then 150, and then I think I'm at 180 now or something. So I'm not big compared to other people that are in the thousands, but that's how it started.
That's what our idea is with Reels and TikTok and shit.
Cobbler.
Right.
Hobby.
As a hobbyist. I'm not even professional cobbler. Right.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. There's money in the internet, man.
So I talked to a guy who has 10,000 YouTube viewers, and he posts all the time. And I said, and he told me, he lives in Wisconsin, and he told me, he's like, you'd be shocked. There's apparently YouTube changed their pricing model.
Yep.
And they've lost a lot of money.
Yep.
So they don't make as much money anymore as they used to. So that's why you see a lot of these YouTubers switch to Patreon or something like that. And so
OnlyFans.
Are you going on OnlyFans? We just went a totally different direction.
Oh, you switched.
I'm following you, Keith.
I got to
Thank
keep
you.
on that note.
Even on Crumble or
Yeah,
some of
that's
the other
right.
ones too.
Yeah. So, OnlyFans.
Yeah,
Yeah, he switched from boots to feet.
Maybe we should just release on OnlyFans so we can charge a subscription.
that's what I'm saying.
There you
No,
go.
we are not
That's what I
doing
said.
that. We are not doing that.
No, I was telling my buddies the other day, like, we
You're
do
not going
some
to be
bullshit,
on
illegal shit
OnlyFans.
sometimes. If you make
OnlyFans
videos...
is not illegal.
I know.
No, but if you did, like, some bullshit, like, redneck stuff, like, blowing shit up and everything, if you put it on OnlyFans, people would pay $5 a month to watch you
I
do
would
stupid
not do
shit.
that shit.
I
Fuck no.
want to ask a question when he gets back.
I just watch it for free.
And I'll redo it when he gets back. But the question will be, do you think that Monroe County would allow, if they found out a teacher was doing OnlyFans on top of teaching, are we the kind of community that would rally behind it, or would we kick them out?
Kick him out.
Should I bring that up now when he gets back? Or
Yeah,
do I
you should.
Is that a good topic to talk about? All right.
Yeah.
So I don't think they'd kick him out because they've had
think
litter
we should-
boxes in the classrooms for students.
fuck.
So they,
Dude, you ain't kidding there.
they probably make her or him feel at home.
Right.
You got a lot of editing to do on this one.
What do you mean?
Just like trying to figure out what can be said.
Has this been a good episode or?
Oh, this is great.
Because
Yeah.
I told you, man, that I was super nervous about coming here, 'cause I didn't think I'd have enough to.
No, because that's the
mean,
thing is
compared
we're
to these-
bullshit artists.
Yes,
so, I mean,
yes, but
we're
compared
good
to
at
these lifelong standing,
Nah.
really good Monroe County community members, I feel very humbled to be invited here, and I appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
man,
And
thanks for
so it's been very
no,
very
I
cool
mean
experience.
we know like it's kind of hit or miss, but like we just pick people we think know what they're doing. I mean, and the thing though is like
They're the only shoe cobbler that I know of.
yeah, and like everything we know, everything we do is we pick somebody that's unique, but then also like the other thing that we kind of come together with is like every single person we've had on, they have the same like outlook on everything. Like there's no like cut and dry like, hey, you're a piece of shit or you're not a piece of shit. Like there's no red or blue. Like there's no black or white. Like it's a very like yeah, let's hear about it. Like let's talk about it. Like let's have even if it's something they're not with or they're with or like my aunt and uncle, they're from Portland and we had them on and like we didn't really talk about conservative things or guns or anything like that, but like but they were open to the idea if we did. Like it wasn't like nobody's. We're just with people that are willing to have a conversation about their views and like learn from each other rather than
That's the big thing.
rather than lose.
They all have very similar messages.
Yeah, and every single one of them's positive. Every single one of them hopeful, and that's the thing. Like, I think the biggest thing that the county doesn't. I think the biggest thing the county is missing is that the people that are in charge aren't willing to open. They're not willing to have a conversation with an open book, and the people that are in the community are. Mm-hmm. And so if the people in the community are willing to have an open book conversation with no judgment, the people that are in charge have no choice but to step down or allow it.
Right.
And then they have to change.
In a perfect world, yeah, you're right.
They have to, because if there's more people that are willing to adjust and compromise with people, to have a conversation of why is that important? Why do you need a litter box?
Right.
What is the reasoning behind it?
Right.
Change
What's
the
working out?
conversation a little.
Yeah.
To make it not so much of no, you're a fucking idiot.
Right.
Like, the county doesn't do that as an official level.
I think the older generation, blue is Democratic, the blue collar worker is Democratic, white collar worker votes Republican.
Yep.
And
It's flipped.
and I don't care whether you disagree or agree with the politics. You're voting along party lines.
Yeah.
I think that has changed,
Yeah.
especially with your generation.
Oh.
You guys a lot more. You have a lot more tolerance. You're more open to ideas, more exchange.
But I don't
of ideas.
think there's a political party.
I would agree.
So
Well,
we've talked about it too. There's
Yeah.
not a political party with the younger generation.
I agree
They
with that.
think there is.
Yeah.
They think that they're red. They think they're blue,
Yeah.
but they're not.
they're not.
They're different.
And I will tell you, among our age, the majority of the people that I talk to, I don't know about you, when it comes right down to it, they're right down the middle. They have a little bit of left, a little bit of right, but when it comes right down to it, it's how does it affect them and their family personally and their friends, and they're right down the middle.
So I've
Like I was in college, I voted for Clinton.
Yeah.
Because he was supporting the
College.
area with college students.
First term or
So,
second or both?
both.
Okay.
So after that, my opinions changed because my life changed.
Yep.
As you evolve as a
Person.
human person,
Yeah.
whatever it is, you're
depends on what community you're in too.
But there is really now two choices.
I have two wild
sad.
cards. I have two
One
wild
in
cards.
Illinois.
So I've said this before on the podcast. When I moved to Kentucky, the farmer I worked for.
Sandra Danhold running for governor.
No, yeah, sure. No, I'm kidding. No, let's not do that.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Sorry.
when I was in Kentucky, the farmer I worked for, every member of the farm was a registered Democrat in the county. But that was because they wanted to vote locally for the Democratic Party because those were the people that they knew. They were Democrats. That's how it worked. Okay, so nationally, look at that picture. How does that look nationally? Well, that county's blue nationally. When it's really not, because they're not voting Democratic as a president. Okay, so update their they've never updated their Democratic Party registration. Well, a friend of mine ran as a Republican for the county commissioner. And so in order for them to vote for him as the Republican candidate, they had to file to change from a Democratic person to a Republican person.
Correct.
Which is kind of insane, but also not insane. But because it's local, you're registered nationally, they had to change all that. So every single one of them was a registered Democrat up until he ran as a Republican locally. And so that flipped the board.
The lower you are in the politics, the less the party lines matter.
Correct.
Until you want the money.
Yeah.
Then you need to find that affiliation of which side you want. You're like, oh, okay, now you're going to get county Republican money or county Democrat money to help you with your election.
And that's why there's only two parties.
That's right.
It only matters when you're running, not when you're voting.
Yep. Yeah. Only matters when you're running.
When you're running, when you're voting, yeah.
And so that's my other...
Matters. When you're voting, you can vote.
That's my other thing.
Republican, I can write in my father-in-law.
You can write in Mickey Mouse.
Right.
President if I
You're
want to.
right.
My school bus driver used to tell us all the time, Mickey Mouse is going to be the president. I'm going to write him in.
And you're allowed to. That's
allowed
part of the
to.
system.
9% of New Jersey voted for D's nuts in 2016.
That is awesome.
I'm sorry, what?
These nuts.
9% of the
Just
entire
write it in.
population of New Jersey voted for D's nuts.
That's that generation.
I somehow, I've never been there, but I somehow like New Jersey just a little bit more. Congratulations, New Jersey. That's
But so
fucking hilarious.
on the other side is that Gavin and I were exploring Andy Frisella from St. Louis, and we were like, I'm interested in what he says, who he is, whatever the bullshit is, but he's not behind Red or Blue. He's behind the Reform Party. Mm-hmm. Well, the Reform Party is just against government control. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, well, where's this at on a local level? Well, it's not there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this political party that exists, that's, so if you've got these people that are in the middle, they don't know which way to go, but they're against the government control, but then yet they've not found a place to fall locally because the funding isn't there, because it's not allowed in some counties and cities and states, and so
100%.
What the fuck is going on that you can't? So now that's the next thing, and that's the next step is to get that publicly available.
I was in London for work, and I took a Uber, and he was Indian or Pakistani, and we started talking about it, and he said something about the American dream. I go, you want the American dream? I go, come to the United States and run for politics. You'll become a millionaire within 5 years. I go, that's the American dream today. And so people go into politics under ideals, but they stay for the money.
Yep.
Yeah. On
Nancy
the national
Pelosi.
and even state level, and it's kind of exhausting even living in Illinois, dealing with that kind of politics. What I really, really, really try to focus my energy on more is state, local judges, appointed. That's the things that affect me directly, and the state I cannot control. Springfield I cannot control. Chicago I cannot control. But my local,
the $1 billion deficit
county,
we can't control.
Yeah, but okay, so
I can control that.
A perfect.
And if more people focus their attention on the local issues.
A perfect example of that, COVID. Can you imagine if we had somebody else in the fucking sheriff's department during COVID? Can you imagine?
Besides Rolfing?
Yeah, I mean, we'd all had to wear masks. I mean, everything would have been different. Everything would have been handled. The AR thing where the state of Illinois tried to ban ARs.
I couldn't get my margarita mix to go.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to my local tequilas and get margarita to go. I couldn't do that under another sheriff. So
I was
very happy about
you
that.
got to think about the local. The local thing is what you live with, and it's hard. It's hard to think that that's important and that matters, but it matters more than who's president.
But and Willie, it's easy to get caught up into the state and the legislative Congress, House of Representatives.
But look at the internet.
Really, your judges, your school board, your county commissioners. Those are the things that you can actually have control over.
Yup.
And those people live within the community, but not the federals usually don't live in our community.
Absolutely. those people are your neighbors.
Yeah,
These
that's right.
are the people that see what you're going through. They will be more willing to listen than the federal or the state.
And that was my exact comment to. So I texted Sandra this morning. I said, "Hey, like, your straightaway signs, they're great. They're out there on Country Club Lane, but I've not seen one in the city limits." He said, "If the city's paying for that, why isn't there a sign in the city limits?" Same with solar farms. Okay, the city's deciding the solar farms. Why the fuck is there not a solar farm sign in the city limits? Like, what's going on here? Like, what are we covering up? Like, if all these people in the city are paying for it, but yet there's no signs against it?
But there's an election coming up.
It's exactly. Nobody wants anybody to know what's going
No
on.
one
I'll tell you
wants
one
to
thing.
talk.
I went to school for politics.
That's just my little side
Yeah.
jab.
I went to school at McKendree for politics, political science, and it took me about 1 year to figure out that it ain't worth it. It's just the whole system, man. I wanted to be president, and completely squashed that dream basically overnight.
And I'm sorry, because
what they're
that's the
teaching.
way, that's not how we're getting ready to celebrate 250 years of this great country. And that's not right that it should squash your dreams like that. And so I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's all good. And really just opened my eyes really to, maybe I don't really want that type of thing. And it just, I don't know.
That shouldn't.
It's just a messy world.
That shouldn't discourage you from, to your dad's point, to getting involved locally, though.
Yeah.
Correct.
So control what you can control. So, okay, I get that you had a larger dream, but that doesn't mean you can't get rid of the dream. Just scale it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Start small. Baby
Makes it
steps.
accomplishable.
Yeah.
Because I'm like you, Willie. I want to see some fucking change.
Gavin for alderman.
Change
I'll
things
do it.
on your street
Yeah.
Right.
versus your county.
Let's
You
get
don't
some
want me to
shit
change
done
the shit
instead
on
of
my
standing
street.
for a year,
And that's really where we started this podcast was
Yeah.
talk to your neighbors, change things on your street.
How we've got our followers. Talking to our neighbors.
Build into the county, build into the city, build into the larger scale. Start with your neighbors, talk to them, know them. Don't be scared to knock on the door and say, "Hey, I need a cup of sugar," or "Hey, your dog's pissing me off." Don't be scared of those people. That's the only way. That is not the only way. It's the best way, in my opinion, to cultivate great relationships and the continued success of our community
100%.
is talking with people.
100%.
It was Miss Stewart's podcast. Remember when she told us about your neighbors?
Yes.
And you didn't even know
I didn't even
that
know.
your neighbors were going to her neighbors to give them supper. She was a stay-at-home mom, and she was making supper for the elderly neighbors because she was just there.
Didn't even
Like
know.
shit like that.
In the random chance that I met and talked with her, boom, like, wow, that's my neighbor.
Yep.
My God.
And what you're saying is we've lost the art to invest in people. And that's something that I'm personally trying to do better. And if we just, I do it for my employees, I do it for my children, but then outside of that bubble, I kind of keep it limited. But, we have to do better about learning to invest in our neighbors, invest in new friends, to be able to show that interest, and then it just kind of grows. It's infectious. If you allow it to open yourself up.
I think that's what we're lacking, though, because you see people that are struggling, it's because somebody didn't invest in them at the beginning. I mean, not to go big stream or anything like that, but look at fucking Yellowstone. Have you ever seen Yellowstone? You remember the character Jimmy?
Mm-hmm.
Look at how John Dutton invested his time and his energy into Jimmy as a hand.
Yep.
And Jimmy turned into something that he can't replace.
Turned into a real cowboy.
A real fucking cowboy. I mean, and that's proof that it doesn't have to be national. It doesn't have to be it has to be local.
That's why I think Bob Lunk's just the best person in our community.
Bob does.
He fits
Bob
that
does
box.
it.
is
He
a
does
pretty
it.
awesome
Does it
dude.
every
Every
fucking
day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Saving those
It
puppies.
all circles back to Bob, doesn't it?
How does that happen?
Remember you have a segment of Bob Lunk? A Bob Lunk segment.
Bob for all
This week,
Bob for alderman. Yeah, no shit.
he doesn't want a fifth career.
Oh my God.
I think he doesn't want a sixth. His wife would literally
His wife would
single-handedly shut the podcast down.
nope, we're done.
Maybe one more kid will
I love
actually.
you. I love you, but we're done.
We're done. I don't think Bob wants it either, to be honest with you. I think he wants to stay away from that.
Yeah.
I did have a conversation with him about it, but I think we'll edit that out. But I don't think he wants to.
Yeah. Might have him back on. He'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But but concern yourself with a geopolitical worldwide
That'll make you
thing.
sick.
Great.
I mean, I listen to no, but I don't
Change-
listen to change.
Have an opinion and change the things that you can change.
Well, look at the Ebola outbreak. None of us are fucking changing our daily lives.
It was
Exact
like 15
reason.
years ago,
Wait.
right?
No, there's an
No,
Ebola
there's a new
outbreak
one now.
right now.
Now.
There's a new one now
Oh shit.
But that's the thing. None of us are changing our lives for that.
in Africa.
Why do you
again.
cover your
Glad I didn't read that article.
Yeah,
You
do you
Oh,
think?
I belched a little.
Dude.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like
What
worrying
the
about.
fuck is going
Right.
on with
I
that
thought
guy?
you went on a cruise.
Poop
Okay.
Got some
Infected.
fucking
I got
Citizenship.
hantavirus.
Yeah.
I was in Spain last week. I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that. Thank you
Yeah,
for
right.
breathing on me.
Especially after cutting the table in half.
Yeah,
Second
that's
time
it all.
I've almost wanted to shoot Willie tonight.
Only a third.
We were talking before you.
Second.
We were talking before you got here. You know, we're talking about the community and how where they line kind of politically. But do you think that they would have the tolerance if we found a teacher that was on OnlyFans? Would they have a tolerance and to allow that teacher to remain to teach our kids, or would they drive them out like we hear about in the headlines? With these small little towns, like, absolutely not, you're a predator, you're out. Or would we rally around that person and says, we get it, you're a human, you're an adult, you're not doing anything wrong or illegal, so therefore it's okay? Or do you think we are so closed off in this area that we would shut that down?
I think the public school system would absolutely shut that down in a freaking heartbeat. The Catholic school system may be a little bit more open to them, which is like...
That's the opposite of what I thought you were going to say.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, thank you.
Me too.
Why? Could you
Yeah,
explain
I
why?
can explain.
Because they're not regulated by the...
State.
The public
Their
funds,
funding
the
is
public
not
fund.
regulated.
Oh, right.
I got
That's,
They have
that's
more
my
discretion.
only opinion of it.
Okay.
Okay.
You're right.
Okay, so-
you're right.
Just like the...
As a devil advocate, did you not see the Columbia? Is that what you're going to bring up? The Columbia teacher that supposedly got the DUI or something?
There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Three or
Yeah, there's
four.
like
Yeah,
no
down
like
south, too.
there's no real explanation, but yet they're on like leave, but they don't know whether to put them on leave. But parents are upset. But like, what's the turn of the knob basically?
my opinion is that the private school system will and should surpass the public school system.
100%. I agree.
So how that shapes up in the next
100.
decade, I'm not exactly
Even if I
sure.
never have kids, I will invest in a private school system.
It's at least a decade in my lifetime that it's moved the shift towards that.
COVID.
And more parents are wanting that more private
Not so much a control, but so much
selective information.
a standard.
Whatever way you want to name it.
Yeah.
But the public school system, it's a kind of a rabbit hole. But I am not a big fan. But for various reasons.
I get that.
So-
I agree.
Gosh, there's people listening, so I
There's only 25.
yeah,
listeners.
it's only 25, and so I did go to a public school until my parents divorced, and then when I'm half Puerto Rican, so I went back to the island with my mother, and we lived there for a while. And when my dad got custody of me back, I struggled with the whole divorce experience. So he put me in the public school system, which automatically put me in religion school every day and everything like that. I still think to this day that saved my life.
Really?
But I'm
It's a
not
bold
saying
statement.
I know
Now you said that was public school?
it was public.
No.
I got pulled out of St. Clair County District 118 and got put into, I don't mind saying that, and got put into a public school system at Zion Lutheran in Belleville, Illinois. And
They had a religion class?
at Zion Lutheran, we'd have
Yeah.
religion class every single day.
Yeah.
Really?
And so I'm not saying that that's true here for Monroe County. What I'm saying is that there's a difference of value with a public versus a private. And example, the COVID happened.
Yep.
And Jabot High School got an influx of people because they didn't have the same state restrictions and followed the same protocols.
By influx, you mean
They needed kids
74
going
new
Yes,
students.
new kids,
I saw
and
that
on top of all that,
statistic too.
they found out that those Columbia students coming in, I'm not sure about Waterloo, but the Columbia students were behind. So those public school students coming into the private school student were
I
behind.
didn't see that.
They won't say that publicly.
There were 74 new students.
They won't say it publicly.
So
came in.
I'm not saying every single student was behind, but there was
The majority.
It's
Majority.
You know,
Over half.
I talked to my kids who just graduated. I love them, and I love I talked to a lot of the teachers on graduation on Sunday, thanking them personally for their work and the dedication that they've done for my students, or for my kids, and I have twins that graduated this past Sunday, and I said, thank you very much for the dedication for my oldest and for these and several of them. I said that to a couple of the secretaries, but I think when I got frustrated because they would tell me, hey, what'd you do today? How was school? Good, we watched a movie. When I watched a movie in the 70s, 80s, it was highly unusual. It was like a super treat. I hear it from my kids all the time. And I didn't understand. So now, to be fair, they use movies as a teaching mechanism. I'm not sure I agree
visual
with that.
aids and whatnot.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm like, yeah, we had a substitute and we watched a movie. I'm like, oh my God. So I feel for the public school system because they're having a crisis where they're getting quality teachers to come in and to stay. Where the public school system doesn't have that so much. I think in general, teaching in general, I think is kind of...
We've had 3 teachers.
Yeah, they're having issues, but then a lot of teachers are leaving.
Exactly.
They're leaving because they're burnt out.
Yes.
And so it's so frustrating.
Some of them are leaving the public for the private.
Yes. For money?
The younger ones, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Not even young...
Just better opportunity.
30s.
Yeah.
To me, young is 30.
Yeah.
40s, they're leaving for the money.
They're not tenured yet.
Yeah.
They're sick of the bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Well, public schools are trying to control them. And they
Trying
can't
to teach them a certain way of teaching.
You mean
They're telling them...
what you can and can't teach.
Yep.
Yes. And
Which is what Florida was...
The private schools aren't.
Yeah.
But it depends on what school you work
Fucking
for.
DeSantis.
But when you work for...
They still want you to teach their dogma, but you can hire on if you're super religious. Work for a religious school advocate. If you're super... whatever way you want to go with it. You can work for that company or school that would teach that to your kids. To me, I don't know. It depends on my kid. Some of my kids, they need mathematics and engineering. Some of my kids need to know how to weld and build a car. Like, if I could choose, and every parent knows their child well before they hit high school of what their interests are, what they're going to gravitate towards. And if I could have chose that for my children to put them in a school that gravitated them to, I would. 100%.
Yeah.
Versus the public.
Germany's completely different.
Let's see how it turns out.
Unfortunately, not everyone has the option to pay for private. I think that's a big one.
But the county we live in, we do.
Yeah,
we absolutely do. Yeah. There's people who live in this town, Waterloo, Columbia, Valmar, Smithton, Redbud, that send their kids to private school in St. Louis.
Yep.
Yes.
And then
I know some that go to Vianney.
Double or triple.
You know.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's not because any other reason other than they teach the similar morals and values that I want to encourage in my children.
Those kids, I mean, I'm friends with those kids. They're and it's insane for me to even know those kids, but they're
probably saying the same thing about you.
They're better people. They're better people to be friends with. I mean,
what do you mean by that?
They have when you talk to people that are local and like nobody that I went to high school with, no offense, but they can have a conversation that's productive, like from the beginning. Like they're open.
A discussion.
Even though they are in a completely different tax bracket than me, they can have a better conversation about my creek overflooding. Like, they can have a better conversation about that than somebody local. Somebody local will be like, oh, whatever, that sucks.
You mean public schools?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand.
That's where we were talking.
Somebody I graduated high school with.
Right, so.
Somebody I graduated high school with versus somebody that I would see once a year.
I don't think you're meaning that if you go to a public school versus a private school, you're more articulate. That's not what you're saying.
I'm saying that.
It sounds like it was what you were saying.
Yes, but no. Like, because I don't know. Keep going. I don't know.
No, that's okay.
Because the kids I've met that I haven't seen them in
Willie,
2 years.
Me and him are older than you, so we're listening to what you say.
Yeah, but like
these
guys I met through these guys I was friends with through Boy Scouts. So I was in Boy Scouts in Columbia, and so a lot of kids from Columbia were in Boy Scouts in Columbia, but they went to Vianney.
Yeah,
they went to. There's another school over in St. Louis too that they went
Smet.
to Smet.
Yes.
Yeah. So, I was friends with them through Boy Scouts. Like I went to Utah and hiked the Narrows.
Are
with
they
them.
better off in life and in happiness than you?
I don't know.
What's the comparison?
I think they're more educated, but I think they're more willing to have a conversation with somebody they don't know. Like they're more willing to learn.
But that's what education provides you. It provides you that critical thinking skills. It provides you that open-mindedness to have that understanding of how to interact with them. That's what education does.
There's no like, if you don't believe this, then I don't want to talk to you.
Well, that's public school.
And that's my thing.
The
is that
private school system
doesn't put that in your head,
but it doesn't quite encourage the same.
Because like Jabot's a Catholic school, but Jabot teaches all kinds of religion.
But it's not the religious; it's more of the
correct. And but that's the falsehood of it. It's a Catholic school, but that's the falsehood of it. But that's same with SBPS.
But that's also the reason why the rise of the private school system will, in my opinion, it should for the
our government
betterment of our community.
Yes. Yep. That's why our Christian school is being built.
That's why when private schools are getting built in our area. Yes, let's do that.
Yep. Yeah. I think you guys are worried about the wrong educational facilities here. Universities are what I'm worried about. Because all these motherfuckers getting through university using ChatGPT for them, they're not actually learning the courses the teachers are teaching. And so future generations of lawyers and doctors and all this, high-end, high-tech jobs that need all these skills for it, they ain't going to have those same skills that mom or dad had going through the same college 20 years ago, just because of technology and the ease of everything and the curriculum, too. I mean, public university, they teach you one way of thinking, and that's it. It's crazy.
I agree with you. My oldest graduated from FSU, right? So in computer science, she's doing a master's in cybersecurity. And when she started 4 years ago, there was no AI component. So later on, she became a TA. So now she's grading papers, doing dissertations, stuff like that. And I remember when she called me and I caught my first guy using AI on a computer program. And
did she use a algorithm?
Yeah, of course she did. Yeah. But use an AI program to be able to catch the AI. Oh, absolutely.
Sorry.
No. The universities provide those to the teachers to be able to do it. No, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. So anyway, my point is that, to your point, AI is changing I've been in computers for 30 years. They're changing the industry so fast. It's one of the things that scares my employees the most about, hey, am I going to have a job? Is this going to replace? Is development?
That's a serious conversation.
And so I get it. In our particular world, we're good, but I don't think AI will ever replace a developer or an engineer. I think it's going to replace parts of it, but there always will need to be that human component. If you think about George Jetson, for those of you, do you even know who George Jetson is?
I know the Jetsons.
Okay, thank you.
I'm aware.
So right, you have the robot Rosie, but even she was still controlled by something, and so I think you'll always have that human element that is going to allow. Just going to be a companion to it, but AI is scary as shit. Yeah. I remember watching, if you guys never seen it, find it on YouTube. There was an interview that Tyler Perry did years ago, and he said, "What's the biggest thing that scares you?" He says, "AI." Like, why? Well, because it's going to wipe out the Hollywood industry. But at this point, he was a billionaire, right? And
no worries.
And so And he was like, it's going to remove the grips, it's going to remove the set designers, it's going to remove all this because AI can replace all the background. I don't need to have people travel around the world to find that perfect location shot because it's all right there. Put a green screen up, it's done.
Video
and sure enough, 10, 15 years later, now we have actors that are AI.
Yeah.
That are in commercials that are just as good.
Oh my god!
And look
I hate those fucking commercials. It's First Community Bank Insurance from St. Louis. They have an AI contractor that says, "I built this company from the ground up. It's my blood and butter, whatever fucking
blood, sweat, and tears."
Yeah,
I mean, just bullshit.
Bread and butter. Yeah. If you have blood and butter, that's a whole different.
I mean, but we're in a different county there, But anyway, it's a bullshit commercial, and it's so fake, but, like, it's appeasing to the people that are watching TV, and they think a blue-collar guy looks like that.
Willie, if this will make you feel better, there was a guy, God, it's been 20 years ago, something Brown, Fox 2 News used to advertise Brown Roofing Company.
Yeah.
Right? See that guy. Like, hey, it's Brown Roofing. That guy's been dead for 27
I didn't know that.
years.
Are you kidding me? I didn't know that.
No.
Oh, wow.
Every single one of those commercials, they're not AI. This is before AI. This is
They just rerun
15 years ago.
Yeah.
He made so many video commercials that even after he died, 20 years later, they're still airing new commercials. God damn it.
Who's that famous actress, the actor that just died, and he agreed to have AI do a likeness of him because he wanted it in perpetuity?
That's got to be a lot of them.
And I'm trying to think. It was just recent. It was like really
actors
recent.
are super.
But then there's others that are like,
motherfuckers,
absolutely not. I never want my likeness. But this one actually said it wasn't Bill Paxton, but it was someone big.
It sounds like a dog.
I'm trying to remember who it was. It was fairly recent.
What?
Mel Gibson?
Huh?
I would say
Mel
all
Gibson.
No.
All those
Someone
guys
that
are
died. Someone
super
that's just
vain.
died.
I'm guessing all of them.
So the
I don't know.
gosh, I'm trying to remember who it was. But he says, I want my work to continue on so that my family can continue to get paid. And my likeness can still be used just for my family so that they can help out with that. So that's he agreed to it. I don't mind that. If you want to agree to it ahead of time, go for it. It's the ones where they
not agreed with.
Right.
That's the same as generational
So-
wealth.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah.
It's your
So
brand. It's your brand,
red
bro.
flag, my hand raised that I don't want to forget because I'm almost forgot
You
it.
actually
So,
raised your fucking
I want to
hand.
know.
that a
Have
first?
you guys listened?
He's like-
Have you guys listened to the commencement ceremonies from this weekend?
Yeah, some of them.
Other universities. So the Google CEO spoke at Arizona State.
Yeah.
He spoke about AI.
Okay.
He was booed by the entire crowd
I did see that.
multiple times.
Good.
I did see that.
And so it made the news
Yeah, I
because
just-
they don't know what to think.
Did you hear what he said though?
What he said should have been booed.
Yes.
Like
In
he
my
chose the
opinion,
wrong fucking
Only,
words.
you guys have your own opinion.
Yeah, but he's speaking to kids that are against
I
all
don't
of this.
fucking care. He was real.
He was real.
I respected.
He was real.
And I believe
but
it.
Nobody wants any of it.
You want to tell the audience what he exactly said, or,
I don't
or
know.
Summarize
If you
it?
know, I don't know.
I haven't seen
Google
it.
that shit.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Google it.
Yeah.
Google it. We're not smart enough to know.
Commencement ceremony? For
Yeah,
what?
Arizona University.
How the
Hey.
fuck do you know this?
It was on the news.
It was on the news. It made the headlines.
It was
It
on
made
the
the
news on
headlines.
Sunday.
And if you dove in, anyway.
But what he said was real. But the fact that there's however many kids that don't believe in it, that means that AI is going to be a problem. And people are realizing it.
I can read you some of the headlines.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the
Google
last
CEO tells new grads to submit or die.
He did not say that.
Oh, shit.
He's basically saying that
I mean,
the
he
industry
did
is going to
say that. But
AI is
not
going to take
exactly
you.
in
It's
those
going to take
contexts.
over. Get used to it. Pivot. Make your adjustment.
Or
That's
live,
basically what he
live in
said.
your mom and
Okay.
dad's basement.
Yeah,
That's
But
right. That's
the thing is though
Yeah.
every single one of those kids went to school for 4 years and they worked their ass off to get the job that AI is going to take.
I'm
And so he
convinced-
chose the wrong people
I
to
agree
say
with
that to.
But I think that AI will make more millionaires than anything else in this
I
country.
agree. I agree. I agree 100%.
If you're smart enough to use it.
Yep. 100%.
I don't think that's a good thing.
No, I don't
Well, I didn't say it was a good thing. I just said
But yeah, you're 100% right.
I think there's
100%.
people that should not be using it that are using it to make money.
We have moved into this great country into less and less manufacturing and more of this kind of stuff. Whether that's good or bad, I think it's a problem if Armageddon happens, World War III happens, and we're screwed because we can't make basic stuff that we used to make during World War II.
Right.
Bingo.
So I think that's a problem, but
Bingo.
I'm older school compared to the young generation.
But see, this is available in all countries with internet.
True.
So it's so you think of a third world country that's already disabled compared to us.
Yeah.
Now they're using ChatGPT to make rice and make supper. And, hey, we have these 3 things we found on the street today. We're gonna make dinner. So they are at a bigger demise than we are.
Yeah.
And not that I'm saying anything. This is don't hold me to this, but maybe there's reasons why internet's shut off in other countries. If they're seeing that that's disabling their people that much.
Yes, that's how you control a population. I get it.
I mean,
Commander Willie.
Well, fine.
Yeah, we've been going for
Hey
2.5
guys,
hours.
I'm gonna. Everyone ready for a wrap up?
Yeah, Chief.
Hey,
You want to give a shout out or
well,
talk to the people about what you do and shout your stuff out?
Yeah, sure. Hobbyist on cobbling. I'm willing to accept any shoe job or boot job that you might have. Reach out to me on Facebook, and then we can talk about it and discuss what you have, and then we can kind of go from there. So I'm still learning, so be patient with me. But yeah, absolutely, reach out to me. I'd be happy to help.
Strictly shoes, or do you do saddles, gun
Nope,
holsters?
I'll do bags. I'll do leather bags, wallets,
saddlebags.
Saddlebags. Sure, I can do saddlebags. Yeah.
Right.
And then boots, shoes, sandals, tennis shoes. There's a whole industry of people that take their Converse and switch them over into boots. Believe it or not, there's a whole YouTube channels on it.
Really?
Of people just do that. They buy their Converse and they switch them into boots.
I got
It's
something
crazy.
to watch on YouTube tonight.
Yeah, it's wild to watch.
All right, everyone who just saw that,
Yeah.
this is the guy you send your boots to, or your
Yeah,
Converse
absolutely.
shoes to
Local.
turn into boots. Local Columbia. I got nothing to promote. G.
No, nothing to promote. I just want to thank you for coming on our podcast.
Absolutely,
It's been a
guys.
pleasure.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it very much.
If
Yeah,
we're
thanks
voting,
for
I
coming
say
on.
this guy comes back on for the commencement or the
What?
year-end recap thing.
Oh,
Year-end recap.
yeah. True.
The
That's
customer
a long time
appreciation.
from now, though.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh, yeah.
I really appreciate that. That'd
Yeah.
be cool. I would love that.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want to do a year thing. I don't know how it's gonna work yet, but we want to do I want everybody that's been a guest for the first year to come meet each other.
Yeah.
I think
Podcast Appreciation Day.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
have
it'd
that
be
in
dope.
Stubborn German or
Podcast
speakeasy down there.
appreciation
We
day.
could have
There
it
you go.
stubborn, or we could have
Dude.
it house, but stubborn would be better.
Stubborn.
My house
Stubborn.
is way
Stubborn.
right now.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
Hey,
Yeah.
be
Gavin,
so much fun.
how does everyone follow us, find us?
Look us up on Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, and TikTok by the time this will come out.
What?
Monroe County Under the Scope.
TikTok?
Just look for us on any of those apps. And check us out on Spotify. Follow us there. We got 25 episodes in the backlog for you guys to check out. So we got endless hours of, stuff you can listen to on your car ride to work or on that long road trip or, just check us out. That's all I really got to say.
Boom. Willie?
Nothing for Willie?
Mustache
just
rides
that?
for free?
That's it.
Nah.
That's why I keep looking to you, man.
Mustache rides 50% off at Willie's
You're not
Stabbing
speechless
Cabin.
usually.
I'm on the way north.
He's like,
I'm headed north.
Yeah.
I'm not sure
All
what that
right.
means.
Peace out, guys.
Peace out,
Catch you in the
Thank
next
you.
episode.
Well, see.